Am I the meanest?
Pawn's drunk.
Am I the prettiest?
Pawn's drunk.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Pawn's drunk.
Well, who am I?
Pawn's drunk.
Who am I?
Pawn's drunk.
I can't hear you.
Pawn's drunk. AKA Mr. Moo Woo Shot himself.
Of Harlem.
You already know this is Pawn Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Moo Shot himself, aka La Bobo, aka El Sazón, aka El Borracho. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you at this side of heaven. God bless you all. Ladies and gentlemen, man, a lot of news I need to get, but express. Talk about the weekend, talk about these upcoming fights, talk about the WBA, you know, tightening up. And maybe the Fox versus Maestre was a blessing. Maybe the robbery was a blessing in disguise. Maybe it was a blessing. Maybe Fox took one in the chin for the whole sport of boxing. Well, not the whole sport of boxing, but the WBA. Ladies and gentlemen, the WBA and the WBC is supposed to be the most prestige, or supposed to be one of the most prestige belts federation in the sport of boxing. But, you know, I guess, you know, enough money will window a lot of people a different way and start just accumulating belts. So with more belts, there's more sanctioning fees and things of that nature. But the WBA has been in a lot of storylines. The WBA was in a storyline with Manny Pacquiao and the Ugas situation. The WBA was a storyline with the Fox and Maestre. The WBA has been in the storyline of the super titles, nobody being mandated. But Floyd Mayweather got upgraded to the Super WBA when Keith Thurman was supposed to be the mandatory back in 2013, 14, 15, whatever. Before that Madonna fight. What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? Yeah, don't worry about it. I ain't get a lot of people ain't get the notifications. You know, I've been dropping videos after videos. When you drop a lot of videos, you know, the notification things come late. So all you got to do is smash the like button and share the live right quick. You know, what is it? My fault. Say what's up to the people out there right quick. Jaden, what's good? Spotlight in the building. Claudio, what's good? HLD in the building, what's good? Eric A. Victor Perez. Revelations. Mainstream. Cameron, what's good? Lone, what's good? Jose, what's good? Jose. Derek in the building, what's good? Big Al. I thought Rollie retired. Come on, you know it ain't happened. Carlos Banguada. What's good? Will in the building. What's good? Qua, Khalid, UK 47 Boxing. Everybody subscribe to UK 47 Boxing. What's good, Ralph? What's good? Only at the truth. Gracias, loco. Yeah, man. First of all, let's recap just a little bit. Of course, it's my live. I haven't done an official live since last weekend around this time, probably, right? What's good, Marvin? What's good? Capturing. What's good, bro? Everybody smash the like button. Let's get this thing moving. Smash the like button, share the live, let's go. Punch Drunk Boxing, we're back at it. Hungrier than ever, motivated than ever, inspiring more than ever, let's go. El Sazón, El Adobo. You already know the preacher, El Pastor, ahora mismito, señora y señora. And also we're going to be talking about the video that I just dropped about Jamal Charlo robbery. Jamal Charlo charged with 3 second-degree felony robbery. Get the hell out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not follow the BS. I don't give a damn if you are a Jamal Charlo fan or not. I don't give a damn if you are a fan or not. You know, when we see something that is BS, we know it's bullshit. I said we know it's bullshit. You know it and I know it. And we need to stop giving the justice system a pass. This is all about them robbing Jamal Charlo, them robbing other celebrities. And I'm going to tell you like this, like I said in the video. I'm not saying that all celebrities and all people with money are innocent. I'm not saying that. When you're telling me that you got 3 counts of robbery, 3 counts, second-degree robbery, felony. Because you couldn't pay a bar tab. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a lie. They're lying. They're Mr. Pinocchios. Do not believe it, regardless of how you feel. I want to translate Jermall Charlo's career into what he does outside the ring. I don't care about Jermall Charlo. He fought Juan Marcial. Fuck him. Nah. Let's be real here. We all humans out here. And I said in the video, go check out the video after this live show. I said on my video as well, I said, yo, when I was in San Antonio, hey, Moonshine, you in the showbiz, you know, the good content of boxing. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that, my brother. That happened to me in the bar. Matter of fact, when I was in San Antonio, I was at a bar, right? Just go out there. I think it was in Riverwalk, something like that, right? When in San Antonio, and I went to a bar, right? I was just checking out the scenery. Went to a bar. And I just wanted to go bar hop. I just got one beer to set things up for the night. You feel me? I'm about to go to the next bar. Let me get my car. Let me charge up, right? This is a good spot, but ain't all that. Let me go to the other spot. You know, I'm only a few days here. So, you know when you out, you just want to do a lot of different things. Boom. They charged me $73. I said, what the hell is this? $73. They charged me what they were supposed to charge somebody else, and they used my card. Guess what? They had to pay me back. But that money ain't coming right back. It got to wait like 3 business days. And guess what? We're heading into the weekend. Shit. Give me my money. It happened to me. Nah. Don't lock him up. Come on, man. He said he should be in prison. Stop. That's what I mean, guys. You got to put that hate to the side, man. Sometimes when we have a serious dialogue, let's talk about serious, because we wouldn't want it to happen to you. We wouldn't want it to happen. Remember, you know who they go after. So you know who society goes after. Society goes after family men. Society goes after straight men. Society, you know how society works. You know, society, you know, they want to lock the Latinos and the blacks. You already know. We are the one that crowds the jail. We're the one that pays the funds. Use the family court, they use the celebrities, they use the Michael Jackson of the world and the Cosby's of the world and the celebrities, because it's all the monopoly, folks. It's all monopoly. You get an attorney, he's going to charge you so much money because you are Jermall Charlo, and then that attorney knows the judge, knows the prosecutors. Let's make this long. Let's charge them by the hour. We all getting money out here. And then after all this plays out, you settle, you get more money, you get percentages, and that's how it goes. Jermall Charlo ain't robbed nobody. Jermall Charlo's being on the verge of getting robbed by the justice system. Let's go. Come on, y'all. Let's be fair here. Yo, what's good, Punch? I'm saying, Joe James, what's good? From San Antonio. Yeah, San Antonio, you know what I'm saying? And I was in the gas station and at Decline, you know, when you in the gas, when you're traveling a lot, or, you know, Chase, that's what I think I love about Chase. Chase will said that fraud. Boom, you can't use your card. They send you an email. Yeah, that was me. Boom, press yes, and then that's it. You're going your merry way. But the problem was that his card was missing after it. Shit. Now, if you're a person that got so much money in your card and they're already playing around with your card, you'll be like, yo, my man, yo, let me get everything. You're going to get tight. Yeah, you think you're just going to walk out the bar? Yeah, I'll just wait. Go ahead and find it. You know, I'll take another drink. Come on. I got you, brother. Thank you. I got you. Moonshine and Showbiz, the adult have good content of boxing. Good looking out. Thank you. Black and Brown Boxing in the building. Everybody subscribe to Black and Brown Boxing. What's good? Lone Star Writer, much love. Dímelo, Benito. Dímelo, señor. So, yeah, man, I don't believe that Jermall Charlo actually robbed anybody that couldn't pay a bar tab, a guy wealthy like that. He's not a guy that gets in trouble. He's a guy that's be with his family all right. Hey, when I was... do be with his family, do be with wifey, goes out with wifey. So I don't want to believe in that. This is another case of the justice system going after a celebrity and knowing that they fit the bill to pay their bills. They fit the bill to pay their bills. The justice system. That's what happened. He ain't robbing nobody. They about to rob his ass. And that shit is fucked up. Now, Before I get into Rollie and Gervonta Tank Davis and the WBA tightening up, they tightening up, y'all. And like I said earlier, maybe this Maya Anthony versus Fox robbery was a blessing in disguise because the WBA is moving. The WBA, look at the president of the WBA after the fight with Manny Pacquiao and Ugas. Right away, he put the scorecard. He put his scorecard on Twitter right away. Here, look, there ain't no robbery. Check this out. The president of the WBA, he was with the judges like this. You better score that right, motherfucker. All right. What you had on the 7th round. Now that wasn't the... No. Ugas won that round, all right? Don't play around with me. They're on my neck. The whole boxing world is on my neck. Ladies and gentlemen, you know when the boxing world's on your neck. Remember, boxing is a world sport. So when you hear the WBA fucking up in America, the people in Tokyo hear the WBA fucking up. I got that fuck up. Hey, fucking up. You hear people in Mexico, hey, mira, el WWE, se están velando, esa gente no es bueno. ¿Qué está pasando? In Africa, you hear the fuck about the WBA. Did you hear about the WBA? Eh? Do you hear about the WBA? Eh? Rata Richie called me don't fight for the WBA, my friend. We go ABF. ABF, I say. No WBA. They bullshit there. Richard. Go me, I say. Oh, hey, bro, dropping the link tonight. I might drop the link tonight, brother. Yeah, man, let me give a large, big intro, fellas. You know? Yeah, man, I got to chop it up. Haven't chopped it up with my peoples for a long time, man. You know? Busy. And you know, when I'm doing the media work, you know, yeah, got media credentials for the Manny Pacquiao and Ugas fight. And yo, I'm going to tell you like this, man. It's everybody got help. I give y'all props. All the media people out there, man. Y'all do a great job. I'm going to give y'all props. But they got help. Your boy, Mr. Moonshine, don't got no help. It's me with the website, me with the podcast, me with the channel. I got to deliver the content at the same time. These people, they got their help. Just go out there and you get the clips. I will write the article and I will just post it on social media. Yeah, they doing a good job. But your boy, Mr. Moonshine, is moving in the one-man army out there, son. But I'm grateful again to getting the media credentials and stuff like that. I'm grateful again, man. I think we're moving on up little by little, man. And thanks for the people that's been supporting the channel, man. Thanks for the people that been supporting the channel. Thanks for the people that send the super chat, the Cash App. Just in case if you want to donate to the channel and to the movement and to the work of your boy, Mr. Moonshine, so I can deliver the content that we all deserve to hear. Shout out, and let me shout out to the people that has granted me, has given me the honor, the opportunity to interview them. Shout out to Sean Porter. Shout out to Keith Thurman. Shout out to Jose Benavides Senior. Who else? Shout out to Victor Ortiz. Shout out to and Manny Pacquiao and Ugas for fighting. Shout out to Salas. Shout out to who else? Shout out to Steven Torres. The Casimero camp. John Riel Casimero camp. Shout out to Ellie Setback. I'm gonna drop that video later on. Ellie, I'm gonna drop that video. Me and Ellie chopping it up about Manny Pacquiao. We're gonna drop that up. I'm gonna drop it tonight. Yo, Mr. Moonshine, stop with the accent. Find to get canceled sooner or later off the bro. Just looking out. Nah, people got to have a sense of humor. If you're looking at the show, you know the sense of humor. Pac-Man is the GOAT. He have so many wins than losses. Yeah, man. How does Charlo card decline 3 times? It does happen. Maybe he didn't see it. You know what I'm saying? It happened. To be honest, it's not about, that's not, I know when people hear decline, you think that it doesn't, it don't think that you got money. No, when you're spending a certain way and then the bank feels like, oh shit, what this money, they may think that your card got stolen, so they stop it, they're declining. If you in the bar, you in the club or whatever, you might not be seeing the emails, you might not get notifications of your email. You know, you don't know how many emails there are there, so you don't know. Maybe he didn't see. I didn't see it, to be honest, bro. When I was in the gas station this past week, my card declined. And then I'm like, the fuck is going on? I put it again, decline again. I went to the other pump, decline again. I said, what the hell is going on around here? I need my money. And then I didn't get the notification on my email. So then I looked at my email. So what's going on? I was going to go to Chase. What's going on? And then I see the email. I see that, oh, fraud on this gas station and stuff like that. No, that was me. Yes, boom. Less than a minute, my car was working. So it happens to people. It happens to people. That doesn't mean you don't got no money. But when you make a charge of something that probably the bank may feel, or you in a different spot, you in a different spot, like, yo, you was in Texas, you was in LA, you was in this country. They do a great job at that. But that's why. But he makes thousands of dollars, of course. It doesn't matter if you make $5 or $1,000. That's it, and especially if he's making $1,000, then he probably got that card, like very, very highly secure. Yo, Punch, I missed the 2 share lives gives a man cave. Feel the show. Good looking now. HLD in the building. Troy, smoke along. When a card is used out of town, some cars are exactly. Period. That happened to me. It happened to me twice. Happened to me twice when I was in Las Vegas. But it happened to me. It happened to me in when I went to San Antonio as well. It happened to me. So. Nah, BS. Oh, man, so my brother, then you don't got no card then. And my brother, I don't know what type of card. You probably got the Russell Simmons card. Skin Loco, you got the Russell Simmons card? Now, I believe Charlo's story is true. Uncle Al has them on the dating allowance. Man, I think that it's bigger than that. It's bigger than than trolling it. I think that is it's happening a lot, It's happening a lot to celebrities, and they're being the justice system guinea pigs. You feel me? They're the bait, and I think that's not fair as well. You feel me? So think about it. In the story, it says that his assistant was giving them another credit card, and they didn't want to accept it. That means you don't want your money. Then you just want a show. You want it to escalate to something. You want, but then. Later on, allegedly his representative has also stated that the owner was dropping the charges, but the officer didn't want to drop the charge. You understand what I'm trying to say? And this is what I'm saying, that the justice system is on the verge of robbing Charlo. Really not the owner now, because they was willing to drop the charges. They want to drop the charges, but the officer doesn't want to drop the charge. He kept on filing the charge, which means the justice system does want to rob Charlo, like they want to rob every athlete, just like they wanted to rob Mike Tyson. Everybody is all up in this thing, man. This is a monopoly. This is business right here. The justice system is a business, and these guys are the bait. That's who they go after. That's what they go after. They make you get enough money, and then they want you to fuck up, or they put yourself in a position where they be like, aha, gotcha. What's good, Wayne Newton? So Rollie retired like 3 days ago. Now he's back like yesterday. Man, that's all talk. Now, Rollie Romero. Now, the WBA, let's stick to the WBA so we can understand what's going on. So the WBA is eliminating the interim title holder and making them the mandatory to the champion. Also, after the interim and the regular champion fight, the winner will be mandated to fight the super champion. Now I'm thinking like, yo, damn, maybe it's okay for T.O. to stay at 135, but could he stay at 135? It would be interesting to have Rollie, and I know he got more belts, so he got more things. He could be mandated for other fights, but they could take in a purse bid and make more money. Yo, so Rollie Romero, Gervonta Tank Davis will be mandated because he's the interim, going to be moving on to a mandatory position to face the champion, which at 135, the WBA regular, is Gervonta Tank Davis. That's a good fight. In-house fights, easy to make. The winner will be mandated to fight Teofimo. Wow, that is a good, right? Think about it. Even if it's Rollie versus Teo, that's friends versus friends. Yo, if Tank wins, then it's Tank versus Teo. Folks, I'm saying like this. See, yesterday I dropped the video and a lot of people was tight. Yo, what you mean that T.O. is a waste of time? Yo, put it this way. Let's say the October fight is this. Because Gervonta Tank Davis said that he's fighting in October. Now, this is what we do in boxing. We just play the if game because, of course, a lot of things ain't happening in the sport of boxing, so we play the if game. So let's go play the if game. So the WBA, the interim, let me take the glasses off. The WBA, the interim becomes the mandatory to the regular champion. Okay, Rollie, October. They said Gervonta Tank Davis said he's going to fight in October. I think it's too soon for that. Probably they'll fight later on in the year. But let's just say they do fight. Rollie versus Gervonta Tank Davis, the mandatory. And then the winner is mandated to fight the super, which will be Teofimo. That's a lot of great. That's great. That's good fights, entertaining promotion. What y'all think, folks? What y'all think? Now, let's not forget. Gervonta Tank Davis got the strap in 140 as well, right? He got the strap in 140 as well. What was the news that the WBA wants Gervonta Tank Davis to do something, right? So the Gervonta Tank Davis got the regular title in 140, but he will have to face the interim at 140. Who's the interim at 140? Is anybody the interim in 140? Let's find that out. Let's quickly find that out. En español, dímelo, hermano. Punch props, brother. You've been grinding hard lately. Ya tú sabes, Will. Trabajando duro. Ya tú sabes cómo los latinos trabajan. Trabajamos duro. We had to work twice as hard. ¿Verdad? Así como lo dicen la gente. Okay. Let's go. What we got here? Welterweight. Boom. Light welterweight. In the Super WBA. We got Gervonta Tank Davis. Okay. We don't got no interim. But right here, this will make it interesting right here, man. Who's the interim? This will make it interesting, bro. This one makes it interesting. Also, it's funny. So in the WBA, he's a super featherweight champion as well, right? He's a 3-division world champion. He still has his belt. We don't want to see Roger Gutierrez fight Gervonta Tank Davis. They don't got no interim listed here. Let's go to the WBA. Let's really see where everybody is at. Let's see who's the interim. Tanky Spanky doesn't want that. Trust me, he is in the witness protection program. Well, the witness protection program also got Rollie in it. Remember, Floyd Mayweather is the one that said that he's only going to be fighting PBC and Mayweather promotion fighters. There you go. So, I mean, it's right. It's really what they want, right? It's really what they want. The interim champion is Dominican Alberto Puello. We don't want to see Gervonta Tank Davis versus Alberto Puello, ¿verdad? We don't want to see that. So, Tank will destroy Rollie. I say that. I think that Rollie will get I'm sorry, that Gervonta Tank Davis will beat Rollie, but I'm going to say the lead up to that fight will be highly entertaining. And I'm going to tell you like this. I do believe that Rollie versus Gervonta Tank Davis will make more money than Leo Santa Cruz versus Gervonta Tank Davis. I do believe that Rollie has captured the fans in certain way in being this hated guy that he's going to capitalize off it. And matter of fact, Rollie has the potential of making just as much money as these guys in the lightweight division. I'm talking about the Teofimo Lopez of the world, the Devin Haney of the world, the Gervonta Tank Davis of the world. The Ryan Garcia, he has the potential to make just as money because he knows how to self-promote, he knows how to talk, and everybody wants to fight Rollie too. Even the guys that I've asked, look, even Keyshawn Davis, who would you want to fight? He says Rollie. Henry Basuga Martinez, who you want to fight? Rollie. Michel Rivera, he said Rollie. Rollie is calling out Devin Haney. Rollie is calling out, yo, Rollie is in a lot of people's mouth. Rollie is ringing bells. And he's the one that's also staying out there in social media, doing his IG lives and things of that nature. And to be honest, Rollie's not even being promoted. LB and Mayweather ain't go to his fight in San Antonio. They were supposed to be there. They didn't go. You don't hear Mayweather talking about Rollie. You don't hear Mayweather. What does Mayweather even promote Rollie in his IG? Nobody promotes Rollie, but Rollie promotes himself. And look what he has gotten without them. So, hold on. Let's go to another division. Let's go where we at welterweight with WBA. Now, Virgil Ortiz is the gold champion. Well, there is no interim. Maybe a Virgil Ortiz. They said they're trying to do a tournament, right? So maybe a Virgil Ortiz versus Jamal James will be good, and then the winner will get Yordenis Ugas. But we already know Yordenis Ugas will probably give the rematch to Manny Pacquiao or fight Earl of True Spence if he comes right back. Rollie has a big mouth. That's why everybody wants to fight him. Exactly, Alma, and he's doing a hell of a job with his big mouth. Pause. Xavier Rollie act like he wanted to smoke with Haney. Then he said he's retiring. Well, I don't think he's gonna be getting the Haney fight. I don't think he's gonna be getting the Haney fight. I don't see nobody petitioning for that fight. I don't see that the Mayweather Promotions petitioning for Devin Haney. I don't see Devin Haney petitioning for Rollie. Imagine if Rollie wins, the boxing world will flip upside down. I don't think the boxing world will flip upside down. I actually think that it'll stay the same. Let me say this: he might not have the polished skills as the other guys that a lot of people like to talk about, the Haneys and the Theos and the Davis. But one thing for sure is Rollie style is exciting. It's funny that in boxing, we love collectively to diss the boxer that's boring, right? Oh man, he don't want to fight. Man, I watch boxing. I want to see a fight. I want them to excite me, things that. Then Rollie don't have that type of skills compared to his other contemporaries, but he goes out there and fight. He's all out there and brawl. He's gonna be rugged. He's gonna throw bombs. Oh, but he's not a technical fighter, and he doesn't. I don't understand what people want in boxing, bro. I think like something. I think boxing fans are actually like bipolar. It's the same shit in the heavyweight division. Everybody, Tyson Fury is, man, boring. He's boring. Look at that Klitschko fight, boring. And then you got a guy like Deontay Wilder knocking everybody out, being wild, throwing haymakers after haymakers. Wow. Oh, he don't know how to box. He's not a boxer like Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury was regarded one of the most boringest fighter. And we were like, damn, he doesn't fight. He doesn't excite us. Then you got this guy that's knocking everybody out, but you want him to have skills of Tyson Fury. Make up your mind, boxing fans. Make up your mind. What do you want? What do you want? Rollie doesn't box better than but he fights and entertains and going for the knockout. A boxer versus the puncher is always entertaining, bro. The brawler versus the boxer is always entertaining. Make up your mind what y'all want, man. Make up your mind what type of style do y'all need. Sheesh. It's like everybody got their period in boxing, man. You get your maxi pad at that time of the month. Complain about a promoter. Yo, Bob Arum is this. Bob Arum is that. That he gives Teofimo Lopez versus Masoto Machiko for free. Oh, shit. Yeah, man. We ain't no pay-per-view. Then Bob Arum is shit again. Then Bob Arum ain't this. Then he gives you Jose Ramirez and Josh Taylor undisputed bout for free again. Oh, but Bob Arum is not making this side of the street, and he's not making. It's like, yo, what's good? What's good? Yo, the PBC, they ain't making no fight. Here you go with the with Brandon Figueroa versus Stephen Fulton. Oh, you don't like that one? What about Jamal? What about Bud Crawford versus Sean Porter? Yeah, I don't like that one either. Come on, man. What's good, Carlos? Y'all gotta make up your mind, man. Y'all some bitter shit right now. Gervonta Tank Davis hasn't faced a puncher, right? That's what we want, right? Yo, what about if Gervonta Tank Davis get hit with a guy that had power? If Leo had power, then it would have been a whole different story. If Mario Barrios had power, there would have been a different story. If Gamboa had power, it would have been a different story. If Pedraza had power, it would have been a different story. Okay, here's Rollie Romero. He got power, but he doesn't got boxing skills. Make up your damn mind, man. But he doesn't have boxing skills. But he got power. You've been waiting for somebody to get in the ring with Gervonta Tank Davis with his natural power. Here's Rollie. He will promote the shit out of this, and he doesn't get boxing skills. Coño, my goodness gracious. Diablo, ¿qué le pasa a la gente aquí, eh? We don't want exactly. We don't want Rigo style fights and want our fighters to fight the best competition opponents available and not padding their records. I want these fighters to allow the legacy model. Very simple. Yeah, we want them to take their time. See, real boxing fans understand the journey of a fighter, how a fighter needs to be built. We understand the boxing. Yeah, we're going to have some boxing. We're going to have opponents tailor-made for them, build their resume, gain the interest. Little by little, you get the competitions in. Except these are fighters that's not coming from a great amateur background and that didn't go to the Olympics like a Lomachenko. He goes straight with some he could go straight into the professional level with some competition like Clarissa Shields, Shakur Stevenson, right? Teofimo Lopez, they went to the Olympics. They got good at amateur background. They don't want to like fight like 20 fights fighting guys that doesn't have winning records. There's a lot of people like that. You understand the padding the records. We understand building the fighters. Even when people don't like it, we got to understand it is a business. It is a career. You don't come to the professional level and say, yo, this is my first fight. Let me fight, I want Earl Spence. That's it. And then the next fight, I want Crawford. And the next fight, I want Manny Pacquiao. And then the next fight, no. Boxing doesn't work like that, all right? So we understand the building. What boxing do hate is the over-marination of fights that we want to see. We feel like, okay, that's it. It's lined up. The stars have lined up for y'all to fight. See, I was mad that Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua didn't fight because there was nobody else for them to fight. And guess what happened? They threw the monkey wrench. I was mad that Jamel Charlo didn't fight Trevor Hurd at that time because I feel like there was no other fight. That was the biggest fight right there with 154. Go get that. You feel me? There's people that be like, yo, why Bud ain't fight Spence? It's right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Why he had to fight Sean Porter? Just fight Bud right there. They had a chance. Right? So people are getting mad at the over-marination fight. See, this is the fight that is not beginning to talk. The Rollie versus Gervonta Tank Davis. But Floyd Mayweather has indicated to us that Gervonta Tank Davis will only fight in-house fighter. Now, which is the best in-house fighter that you will be excited to see Gervonta Tank Davis in the ring with? Rollie Romero. And the WBA is forcing that upon them. And the WBA is forcing that upon us. Good. I like it. And look, for the people that's getting mad, oh, fuck the belt federation. Okay, now the belt federation is about to do good. It's almost like when you're in a relationship, right? And your girls be like, yo, change or I'm going to leave. Change, I can't take it no more. Because I love you and I don't feel like you love me. And I've done everything for you. I'm not going to say that your girl sound like that. Maybe you got some hood rat shit. Fuck you, motherfucker. I've done everything for you, mom. Balls and everything, do your laundry and stuff like that. You do your mama's laundry. I do your mistress laundry shit too. And I still buy you. You was locked up for 50 years. I was there for you. But if the WBA is trying to change things for the good, let's give the WBA some time to change it for the good. At least they going about it the right way, right? In my opinion, they go. Thank you, my brother, Mal, the maker was good. Good looking now. I appreciate it, my brother. Mel, or my sister, Mel. You know, Mel could be Melissa, could be Malik. You feel me? But thank you. I appreciate it. Teofimo Lopez is more skilled and with the short George than it's going after Joshy Pool. If Haney really wanted that smoke, he would have made a contract, but he won't. Yeah, we've been saying that for a lot of time. Nooney, T.O. leaving me with a sour taste. I'm still a fan, but he needs leave the BS and get on the ring. Nooney, why he's giving you the sour taste? I mean, think about it, Nooney. Out of all the fighters, let's say all the top fighters, isn't Teofimo Lopez and probably Canelo Alvarez the only fighters in pound for pound that has faced another pound for pound? Why is he giving you a sour taste? What about everybody else? Teofimo Lopez just beat Lomachenko, the guy that was regarded pound for pound 1, 2, 3. You could flip it around. Gervonta Tank Davis could have fought Lomachenko. Devin Haney could have left the WBC and go to the IBF and still get Lomachenko quicker than Teofimo Lopez, because at that time Devin Haney was ranked higher than Teofimo Lopez in the IBF. Sour taste? Nah. Tio is the one that's doing it. Tio is the one that got this. You cannot tell me a guy has this. Hold on. I got to put the pictures to remind the people. You cannot tell me that a guy like this is the one that's leaving you with the sour taste. That means that this is the reason why these fighters, they start not caring about the fans, because they go by their way. They're doing everything what we wanted them to do. We shame them. We shame them as a boxing community and say, you know what? I want you to fight like guys like back in the days. I want you to fight like guys like back in the days. And then Teofimo Lopez fights Nakatani. Then Teofimo Lopez fights Rich Comey. Then Teofimo Lopez fights Lomachenko. And then it's going to leave you still frustrated? How? What do you want him to do? He fought the guy to be the guy. That's why he's the lineal. Why is he giving you the sour taste? Why nobody else is giving you the sour taste? I don't get boxing fans, bro. I don't get it. So the guy that's doing basically the work in the lightweight division, he's the one that get the sour taste. If the guy Canelo Alvarez is fighting almost 4 times in the span of 9-10 months, he gets the sour taste. He gets hated. Come on, y'all. Come on, man. That's when these boxers, you know what they're going to be like? If they get a lot of people thinking the same way, they're going to be like, yo, fuck the fans, man. And fuck these belts. I ain't fighting for no damn legacy, man. Y'all didn't appreciate it. I'm there risking my life. I'm giving y'all legacy fights. And y'all ain't even had to pay for the Lomachenko fight. I saw that shit for free. And I'm giving you sour taste? Yo, I'm dropping the whole damn belt. Man, fuck the fans. Let's make this money. No. I'm cool with everybody. I'm cool with the truth. Everybody always want to say, yo, Punch, but you cool. You cool. Yeah, I'm cool with Tio. You know why I'm cool with Tio and I'm cool with other boxers? Because I keep it real. I know it's becoming a trend. When people, yo, you know, Tio was cool with you, and this is why you don't want to do. You say what you say. Nah, man, it's because they recognize realness out here. Just like y'all may be cool with me, they cool with me too. Right? If you subscribe to the channel, why you subscribe to the channel? Why people follow somebody? Because you feel like what they spin and they're delivering truth, or you being entertained. But now when fighters want to show love to the boxing content creators, oh, you just saying this because you cool with them. They cool with me too. If anybody saw how I came up in this game right now, people wouldn't be saying that. You'll be like, yo, man, you're doing your thing. Because the boxers now, the warriors are respecting you. But people want to switch that around and be like, oh, yeah, you ain't going to keep it real, because I'm keeping it all the way real. What? Put it this way, for the people out there that are, yo, but you Teofimo Lopez, what you want me to critique him about? And what? And what you want me to critique him about? That he's fighting his mandatory George Kambosos, who's top 5, the rankings. He's still fighting a top 5. While a lot of people are still mad, he's still fighting a top 5 lightweight. Go check it out. Go check it out for yourself. Even when you're mad that Teofimo Lopez is fighting George Kambosos is still a top lightweight. What you want me to say? It's not Haney's fault that people scared to fight him. Ain't nobody scared of Haney, man. This scary thing. Whoever say scary, you just tell me what level of boxing fan you are. I'm not dissing y'all. I'm just letting you know the truth. When you say the word scared or fear, you fall away from knowing real boxing. Ain't nobody afraid of nobody. That's like saying Ryan Garcia is afraid of Devin Haney. Yeah, they fought 7 times in the amateurs, and all of a sudden, I am scared of you. All of a sudden, people are scared of Devin because Devin Haney is going out there and knocking everybody out. He's out there being the boogeyman. He's out there like Kid Dynamite, Mike Tyson on the come up. He's very scary. He's Paul Williams. He knocking everybody at their mama. Oh man, the only people that's scared is investors, promoters, managers, advisors, matchmakers. Probably, I don't know. Fighters ain't dead. This is what they've been doing since they was yay high, man. The only reason why I'm the one that says Devin Haney go out there and petition for the fight, I've explained so many times. It's not that you on Devin Haney. No. I am at Devin Haney because I look at him as a fighter and as a boss. They present themselves as a boss. They diminish. You remember when Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney was in the same spot? And he was like, I make more money than you and stuff like that. He's a boss, right? So the boss is the promoters, which is DHP, Devin Haney. The promoter is the one to petition for fights. See, Lomachenko can't petition for shit. Top Rank needs a petition for him. For Teofimo Lopez, Top Rank need a petition for him. For Ryan Garcia, Golden Boy Promotion need a petition for him. For Devin Haney is the guy that could petition for it. So if you want that fight, you petition for the fight. Those are the real call-outs in the sport of boxing. Ladies and gentlemen, let me take you to school right quick if you didn't know. Even in the rankings, whenever you have a fighter and he's ready to go after them tricking belts, you petition for it. You could be rank number 20. You call up the sanctioning body. You be like, boom, or you file a petition. You file a sanctioning bodies. My fighter is ready to go to get the NAIA title. Oh, cool. All right. Spend your money. Get the petition. They go, they get the petition. The belt federation get the petition. Boom. All right. They vote on it. Okay. You gonna get the NAIA fight, whatever. That's the way the ranking system moves, bro. Everything is petitioning. So when you hear all this bullshit of, I want to fight you, you scared, you ducking, the right question is, have you ever filed a petition to get this fight? That's it. Wake up, fight fans. Wake the fuck up. I don't want to hear it no more. I am going to smoke each and every one of you who comes up and say somebody is ducking who. The first question I'm going to ask you is, have they petitioned for the fight? Stop being dummies already, man. I hear the same shit and read the same shit every fucking time. I could done 50 videos about this shit, and I still see people, well, he's ducking, and he's scared. Yeah, shut the fuck up and learn the game. That's why I have a channel. I'm here to preach to you. Wake the fuck up. Nobody duck nobody. You gotta file a petition. Then when somebody declines it, that's a duck. Understand boxing. The business of boxing. Understand it. Petition for the fight. The other people decline. Duck. Fuck. What was so fucking hard, bro? Devin Haney wants Loma. You petition for Loma. Top Rank says decline. That's a duck. You understand boxing now. Do you understand? Do I have to say it in any other way? Do you understand? Tell me yes or no. Do you understand boxing business? Or are you still gonna get duked up the fucking ass when these fighters just say, hey, he's ducking, and you gonna come around here and be like, you heard what Devin Haney, he said, he's ducking with the ducking emoji. See, the thing is, the problem is, you know what the boxing world is, you know what the boxing fans is always frustrated? Because you don't want to know boxing. You really don't want to know boxing. You don't want to know the business of boxing. Even though that is so much corrupt. You can even know the corrupt of boxing. Matter of fact, the corruption is right in front of your face. And you still talking like if you don't know what you're watching. My goodness. Floyd Mayweather takes the fucking mic and says, I would not put Gervonta Tank Davis versus nobody. I would not help no other promoter be great. Gervonta Tank Davis will fight PBC/Mayweather promotion fighters. And then I hear somebody say, Gervonta Tank Davis is scared. No! Floyd Mayweather told you I would not put him versus him. That means Floyd and Leonard Ellaby, a.k.a. Mr. Pinocchio, is afraid for Gervonta Tank Davis to fight this person, because then if they lose to this person, their investments is done. Do you understand boxing or not? Or you want to be stupid? See, I rephrase myself to call people stupid. But this boxing community has gotten really, really stupid. It's really gotten stupid. The shit that I hear, oh my goodness. I'm sorry. Matter of fact, no more sorry. I'm tired of being nice. You motherfuckers are dumb as fuck. Because everything is right in front of your face. I'm not going to waste my time here. You know what I'm saying? Tippy-toeing around your motherfucking ass. Learn the fucking sport or stop watching it. You're like little bitches out there always complaining about, oh my God, he's scared. And oh my God, he don't want to fight him. And oh my God, stop acting like little bitches. You act like your fucking baby mamas in family court. Stop acting up. Good looking out, Max. Priest, Virgil Ortiz coming in hot in the division. Good looking out, my brother. Appreciate that. Salute, my G. It's like talking to brick wall with these casuals, bro. Keep doing your thing. Your real ones are here support. Thank you, my brother. Support you. Big money. Texas Toledo in the building. What's good? Max in the building. What's good? Oh, I'm sorry, man. You know what? You know what I was saying? Yo, you know what I was saying when I was coming back home from the weekend, right? And I said, you know what? I want to clean it up a little bit. You know what? Because there's also young people that's into the sport of boxing. You know, I got to clean it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I can't be too crazy. You know, they was calling me the crazy guy. You feel me? I don't want to be the crazy. I'm crazy for boxing. Yeah, I'm punch drunk boxing. I'm crazy. El adobo, el sazón. El borracho, sí, eso yo soy. Yo soy loco, pero loco por el boxeo. Por ustedes. Yo soy loco, pero ustedes también. A lot of people are estúpido. Yo soy loco, pero ellos son estúpidos. I hate, you know what I also hate? When people do their due diligence to bring you to ask the questions that needs to be asked. It's almost like when we talk about this WBC and Mauricio Sudamon. Mauricio Sudamon tells you, yo, my man, this guy is the undisputed. Oh my God, he's not undisputed because this and this and that. The president have told you this is not. Well, I got to look after a website to see what he means by it. No. Listen, the WBC president is speaking. That's like me telling you, this woman is my wife. But you're like, no, I got to go to your neighbor to find out if she's really your wife. Motherfucker, I am telling you what it is. The president of the WBC, Mauricio Sudamon, and his board has explained to you who is undisputed. Don't dispute that. Why are you disputing? The president stated it. Now you gotta look at, hey, Mr. Haney, come over here. I need to talk to you, brother. This man that you pay sanctioning fees to is telling us, the whole wide world, that this belt is the supreme belt. And then y'all motherfuckers gonna be like, well, that's the French fries belt. and nobody wants to. How many franchise belt are there in the belt federations in the division? And they don't give a fuck about the rules. Who said I like the rules? Nobody said it. I like the rules. A lot of people don't like the franchise. Probably 99% of the people don't like the franchise. That's not the point. The point is that's their rules. I don't like jaywalking rules. We ain't like the marijuana rule that you couldn't smoke and then people got happy because now you smoke, right? You smoking the outside. People are happy now. You don't have to like the rules, but the rules are the rules. And the rules of the WBC and the Presidente Mauricio Suleiman and the board have chosen that the franchise at the lightweight division is the supreme belt. And guess what? Tio knows it and Haney knows it. Get with the program. You're fighting for somebody that don't want to fight for themselves. What is your beef? Why you always going at Devin Haney? Because I said it from day one. I was vouching for Devin Haney to stand up for himself to the WBC. I am not fighting for somebody that don't want to fight for themselves. And now, you know what it is? I'm not fighting for nobody when they know the business of boxing. They're hook-winking yo asses. I am telling you that they're hook-winking yo asses and motherfuckers really want to debate the shit with me. Are you nuts? Do you know the sport of boxing? I am preaching to you. Matter of fact, the shit that I'm preaching to you is going to have me not in the door. So I'm looking out. Now listen up. Everything is done with petitioning. Everything in boxing is petitioned. Do you understand? Yes or no, goddammit. This is a fucking class right here. Do you understand me? And if there's anybody here in the boxing community, I will send you the link so you can prove the people wrong or right. The Lomas people petition for franchise. Yes. The Devin Haney petitioned to fight Abdullaev for the interim, knowing that he's not going to be fighting Loma. Yes, that he petitioned to get his belt back. You know what I'm saying? People would like to say that's an email belt. No, that's a coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic belt because he petitioned to get that belt. Where the WBC took 3 weeks and almost a month to actually be like, okay, Haney, we're going to give it back since since this is the Luke Campbell and the Fortuna fight because the pandemic fell apart. All right, you're begging for here, take it. No, that's not what it is. Petition. All right? Petition. You see that WBO? That WBO, sometimes the WBO with Sean Porter and Bud Crawford, somebody had to petition for the order. They have to vote on it, but somebody has to petition for the order. This is why the WBC also stated regarding the Devin Haney and Lomachenko. Oh, he couldn't get that fight. Yes, he could have got that fight. He couldn't got it off being a mandatory, but being a voluntary. And people still all in the mind, all fucked up. Don't know what's going on. I don't know, Punch. I don't know. I think he's ducking. The WBC told you. They told you. He told you. No, you couldn't petition to be a mandatory. But you could petition to be a voluntary. Just like you petition for the other fights. And there's people out here still debating and having this dialogue about why Loma and Devin Haney never fought. I know we did had a epidemic with the K2. Was it K2? And a lot of people smoking that synthetic weed or whatever, that $1 weed from Delhi. I think that's what happened. I think that's what happened. Punch drunk boxing. It's because I feel like the whole boxing world is punch drunk. And I'm just knocking boxing sense into y'all. They all watch. Pablo, they all watch. I've been saying this since day one. It doesn't matter if you have 10 subscribers, 500 subscribers, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 50,000, 100,000. They all watch. You know why they need to watch? Because we're the only mother effers that talk about them. They don't watch ESPN because they don't talk about them. They don't watch Fox. They don't watch BT. They don't watch Bean. They don't watch Sky Sports. They watch us. And we have a responsibility to keep it real. But just like in everything else, they want you to not know something. That's why I always preach. Boxing is a gangster's playground. Boxing business don't want you to know about their business. That's why you don't know. But guys that work and do their due diligence to bring you the type of content, at least you give the people the benefit of the doubt. I'm working my ass off, all right? I'm working my ass off to preserve the sport of boxing, to preserve fighters, and also for this beautiful community. That's why. If you don't respect other people's work, there's sometimes I don't. I look at somebody's content and be like, I'm not with it. But even if I don't rock with that other boxing content creator, guess what? If they have an interview with anybody else, I am watching like a hawk and I'm dissecting every word. Guess what? This is the type of shit that I do. You remember when Keith Thurman fought Manny Pacquiao, right? And they said that was it Manny Pacquiao or I forgot, Manny Pacquiao or Danny Silva Garcia, and it was the Manny Pacquiao. And they said he had a broken rib, right? And he had a suspension of a broken rib. I'm like, they ain't broke no rib. Guess what I did? Because I'm gully like that. Guess what I did? I called the Las Vegas Athletic Commission. Why is Keith Thurman? And they pick up. Ladies and gentlemen, try one time. They'll pick up the IBF, the WBA, the WBO. They will pick up. The Athletic Commission, they picked up. Why is Keith Thurman having a suspension? They say because of his hand. Never about his rib. And that's when I put that was fake. See, I asked the right question to get the right answer. But some people, just like on the church, some people may like you hear a preacher and you won't even hear, you won't even listen, you won't even read the Bible. You will go whatever that preacher says. You may love TD Jakes, but you never read a damn Bible, but you go by his every word. You don't second guess him. You don't check him. You don't fact check him. Mel. Yo, I've been watching your videos for over a year. I finally created a YouTube account to support you. I learned a lot from you. Mr. Luna Brillante. Gracias, Mel. Yo, that's what we need to do, brothers and sisters. Let's create these channels. Let's elevate the sport. Let's preserve the sport of boxing, baby. That's what I'm talking about. I like it. Thank you, my brother, and thank you for creating a channel. Talk about this boxing stuff. They say that boxing is dying, and the only one that's going to keep it alive is the one that call themselves the hardcore boxing fans. But now the hardcore boxing fans are turning cuckoo. There's too many few of us. When people say, this is thank you, Mel. This is the contradiction that people say. Everybody subscribe to UK 47 Boxing. Everybody subscribe to Rap Star Boxing Knowledge. Everybody subscribe to Mel Don the Maker. That's the your account. You can put it on the chat too, so people can subscribe to your channel, Mel. You know why Jake Paul could come to the sport of boxing and blossom? There is more people talking shit about Jake Paul coming to the sport of boxing than actually preserving their own sport and talking good about their own sport. You understand that? There's more people in boxing, hardcore boxing fans, trying to critique what Jake Paul is doing in boxing. They do that in a massive way, but they don't preserve their fighters and the boxing sport in a massive way. So you don't want to do shit for boxing, but you want to keep somebody from doing something for boxing. You know why? Because he is doing something for boxing. Fuck what you heard. Jake Paul is doing good for boxing. Jake Paul is doing positive for boxing because Jake Paul is the undercard is giving Daniel Dubois from the UK to fight in America for the first time. A young heavyweight lion. He's giving him an opportunity to fight here in America for the first time. Daniel Dubois. Amanda Serrano, the 7th Division World Champion, the 7th Division World Champion. Get his book of records. Pound for pound. 1-2, you can flip it around. She's going to be fighting and about to break the record of Christy Martin as the most knockouts in women boxing history. Jake Paul's event. Did anybody else was looking out for her? Did anybody did say, you know what? Let's put Amanda Serrano on the undercard of Manny Pacquiao and Earl Spence. Let her get that visibility. That's why these women have to go to the damn MMA. The best women, our best infrastructure has to go to the MMA to make a living. And then you have the audacity to critique the sport of boxing. If you're one of the ones that's trying to further give it a death pill. Jake Paul has included Amanda Serrano, which she is going to make it a historic night. Jake Paul did that. Jake Paul probably the best promoter of boxing right now. Get it? Yeah. Jake Paul is probably one of the best promoters in the sport of boxing right now. Hate it or love it. He's doing more as a positive than a negative, regardless if you hate him or you love him. Come on, bro. I like Serrano, but way overrated. Now, you see, Hector? These are the comments that when some people come into the sport of boxing and say, yo, who's Amanda Serrano? I heard she's 7th division world champion. She's one of the best. She's pound for pound top 3. And then they come to a hardcore boxing channel. And I'd be like, Hector Martinez, my brother. Come on, bro. I like Serrano, but she way overrated. Damn, a 7th division world champion, a woman that's about to be the most knockouts in women history, and then you diminish her all the way down to say she's overrated. That's what we do to boxing, ladies and gentlemen. That's my point. That is my point right there. That's my point. That is my point. I'm not, my brother, I'm not going at you, but that's my point I was trying to make right there. That we are the ones to diminish it. Why we just can't say, yo, let's all pay for that fight. She about to make history. 7th division world champion. No woman that's ever done it. She's knocking every woman out when everybody's saying, yo, boxing is boring. These women ain't knocking nobody out. Yeah, Clarissa Shields, she's good, but she ain't knocking nobody out. This woman is knocking everybody out. But she's overrated. Ay, Dios. This is our problem. We love to hate, diminish, devalue. Guess what? That's why boxing is not a growing sport. That's why. That's why boxing is not a growing sport. It's not a dying sport, but we need to preserve and grow the boxing. If we don't do it, nobody else will. If we do not do it, nobody else will. But yet we love boxing. Come on. Black and Brown Boxing said Jake Paul put pressure on hardcore boxing fans. He put pressure. Not only did he put pressure, then now look at this, y'all. And this is not he's not trying to take advantage of the sport of boxing, because people saying, oh, he's taking advantage of the sport of boxing. He's taking advantage of the opportunity that he could give others. Regis Prograis purse was the largest purse in Jake Paul fighting Askin. Regis Prograis made the most money in that event as a boxer. Regis Prograis made, his purse was $800,000. His purse was the largest purse. His purse was the largest purse. Now, in the back end pay-per-view, that's something else. But his purse, Jake Paul was humble enough to be like, you know what, Jake, this is a boxer right here. Let him make the money. Look at Jake Paul. He's training with Amanda Serrano. Jake Paul could do anything. He's going to Puerto Rico. Jake Paul, in the buildup of his own fight, is showing mad love to Amanda Serrano. Like no other boxing entities have given this woman the type of respect and notoriety that she deserves. Jake Paul is doing that. He's using his platform, going to Puerto Rico to train with her. He could train with anybody. Facts. No, a lot of entities wasn't showing Amanda Serrano love. This man right here that people say don't do shit for boxing has been giving her the type of platform that she desperately deserved. So when she does go after Katie Taylor, yeah, she's coming with something in the bag. Guess what? I already made more money than you was trying to give me. Guess what? Now people are knowing my name. Now people know Amanda Serrano. But guess what? Jake Paul is doing a great job for her name to get built up. And then when she renegotiates with Katie Taylor, that will be the biggest, one of the biggest fights. Not the just biggest fights in women boxing, but one of the biggest fights in boxing. And guess what? They ain't playing no damn second fiddle to no Dillian White. They're not fighting on the undercard of Dillian White. They will have their own main event, their own pay-per-view like they deserve. Give these two women $1 million apiece. Let's go. That's boxing. Thank you, Jake Paul. Man, I said I was going to clean it up. It's a society of loving downfalls and devaluing people. Good looking out, Martinez. I'm buying the pay-per-view, y'all. I'm going to be watching that fight. I'm going to enjoy watching that fight. I'm going to enjoy the boxers and the undercard. I'm going to enjoy that card. I'm going to enjoy that Amanda Serrano is going to do history and become the woman that has the most knockout in women boxing history. I'm going to enjoy it. The weigh-in, everybody subscribe to the weigh-in. Mr. Moonshine himself, ya tu sabes, mi gente. Tony Boswell in the building. What's good, Tony? Tony with the eye of the tiger. Let's talk about the video. Let's talk about the other video that I did. Canelo's the only one holding boxing down the sport on Canelo's back. He is holding down the sport. Canelo Alvarez is doing a good job. That's why I don't accept anybody really talking shit about Canelo. He don't deserve it. There's certain fighters that, yeah, you might not be a fan of, but their work and what they doing, they shouldn't get critiqued. We should hold them high because these are the faces of boxing. Canelo Alvarez is doing his thing. Teofimo Lopez did his thing. Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder doing this thing. Anthony Joshua about to fight Alexander Usyk is doing this thing. Alexander Usyk was an undisputed at West doing this thing. Ino Uwe is doing this thing. Casimero is doing this thing. Hey, Ugas doing his thing. Manny Pacquiao at the age of 42 still doing his thing because he still looked great. Stephen Fulton doing his thing. The women of boxing, Jessica McCaskill was doing her thing. Amanda Serrano was doing her thing. Clarissa Shields, back-to-back undisputed, is doing her thing. The Young Gunners, Virgil Ortiz is doing this thing. Boots, can't wait. Shakur Stevenson, Jamel Herring, they're about to do their thing. Shit, boxing is good to me. I'll challenge you to a spelling bee. Oops, sorry, that probably be too much for you. Don't want you to get. You don't gotta like it, but please respect the facts, man. Facts. Isn't it good even when an athlete proves you wrong too, and then you become fans of them? Yo, I was not a big Earl Spence fan. I said, you know what? I don't see anything really special. I see him as a good fighter, fundamentally sound, but I don't see him do anything like special. I think that he's just a cut and paste type of fighter. Coming up, I'll be real. I wasn't a big fan of Earl Spence. I didn't get it. But more and more fights. The Kell Brook, okay, all right. Okay. Lamont Peterson, okay, all right. I did want Earl Spence to sign that deal versus Miguel Cotto because then I wanted him to actually become a 2-division world champion. He had the opportunity to do so and fight a legend at the same time, but he decided to fight Lamont Peterson. Okay, Sean Porter. Oh, he showed grit. Okay. After the car crash, he's going after Daniel Garcia. Oh yeah, man. Earl Spence. I earned the respect of Earl Spence. I like Earl now. I really like Earl now. I really like Earl Spence now. There's certain fighters that, yeah, I'm a late boomer on it. You feel me? Please don't want, you know? When I've been saying it since day one. I saw something special in the kid. Gervonta Tank Davis, there's a lot of people that be like, oh, Gervonta Tank Davis, he's not. And I've been telling y'all, the people that subscribe to me, right? And smash the like button. Let's go. I've been saying Gervonta Tank Davis, I've been following since the amateur. He's a special fighter. And what you've seen is only 70% of Gervonta Tank Davis. Gervonta Tank Davis will outbox you. He will use every corner of that ring, outbox you, outpower you, outslug you. That's Gervonta Tank Davis. I've seen it happen. And most of the fights in the amateur, he was always the smaller guy. He was always the shortest, skinny guy. He was practically a little midget, beating everybody up. And when somebody tall was fighting him, he would just outbox him from the outside. And I said, damn, if people see this shit, now in the professional level, he don't even do it. Now he just walking through. He don't have no respect for dudes. Bam, bam, bam. But once he finds that respect, once you got that pop, you're going to see him do something that you didn't think he could do. Gervonta Tank Davis is special. Teofimo Lopez is special. This is the reason why I say that Teofimo Lopez is going to outbox Lomachenko. Boots Ennis, mother effing special. One of the most special dudes in the sport of boxing. Oh, he need to fight this one to be ready. Man, please. Boots is ready for anybody. And there's a 50-50 fight versus anybody in the welterweight division. I'm going to stay right now. I don't need Boots to fight this guy to know that he got this or maybe he's ready for this. Boots, people put it like this. The welterweight fighters, they know that Boots is heavily ready. He know he's well-schooled, he's well-mannered, he's a gym rat, and he got probably one of the best skills we haven't seen since Roy Jones Jr. Yeah, I'm going to keep on preaching. Virgil Ortiz, special power. His left hook will move you from one ring to the other side of the ring. He's vicious. Virgil Ortiz fight like he got some anger in him and he needs to let something out and he haven't told nobody. That's how he fights. That's how he fights. Virgil Ortiz, he will give you that Mexican style. If that's what you're looking for, you want to bang with him? You want to touch him up? What he did when he got touched up? He ain't hold. He ain't grab. He went after you. Or did he go after you? You hit me with a nice piece, I'm coming after you. So you better prepare. If you gully enough to hit me with your best shot and you ain't taking me out, you're done. Virgil Ortiz. Now, if anybody want to talk about boogeymen in sport of boxing, it's those fighters that keeps on knocking people out. Those are the real boogeymen in sport of boxing. I'm not talking about, look, like Shakur Stevenson, he's not a boogeyman. Devin Haney is not a boogeyman. Those type of fighters are not. Chris Colbert, love Chris Colbert's style. I wish he would display more power, but he said it himself, I'm not a knockout artist, but he's not a boogeyman. You know what I'm saying? A boogeyman in the sport of boxing is a guy that people are scared of because he's knocking people out. Triple G, you know what I'm saying? Those are the type of, Kovalev. Those are the type of boogeymans in boxing. Not Boots, boogeyman. Virgil Ortiz, boogeyman. Those are boogeymen in boxing. Oh, but Crawford is special. The only thing, Devon about Crawford was that was my favorite class. And if anybody was following that class, the 07, 08 class, Crawford wasn't the top guy. You know, he wasn't the guy that was perceived as special. In that class, to be honest, it was Boo Boo Andrade. He was the special guy. He was the number one guy. Sean Porter was the guy that was knocking everybody on the amateurs. But he was in 168, I believe. Who else was Keith Thurman didn't even know how to throw a jab in the amateurs. Charles Hatley, I thought he was a monster. And I remember Charles Hatley. I knew Charles Hatley before Keith Thurman, but then Keith Thurman beat Charles Hatley, and everybody and people was in Florida one time, and I told a story when my older brother, people were calling him Keith Thurman, and that's what we know who was Keith Thurman from when we went to Florida. And then I was into boxing, so I was going to amateur circuit. I saw Keith Thurman, and from right there, I said, yo, this guy got a professional style. This guy don't got no amateur style. This guy was breaking ribs in the amateurs. Keith Thurman was breaking people's ribs, literally ribs in the amateurs. He was the real body snatcher. Who else? Deontay Wilder, Gary Russell Jr. So Bud Crawford wasn't perceived as that guy in that class. What Bud Crawford did in the professional level, he's a gym rat and he got better. In which a lot of people that comes from those elite amateurs coming to the professional level, they don't get really better. They don't add to their game. There's only a few people you could say that add to their game. You could say, look, Canelo Alvarez added to his game. Crawford has added to his game. Conor Ben has grown substantially, right? Conor Ben has grown substantially. But there's certain fighters that just stuck to what they came into the professional with. Guys like Josh Kelly. Even Keith Thurman, he got better because he started switching as well. He got better. He started throwing the jab. But then I think the injuries, and then I think with injuries, you're not in the gym no more. You're not polishing it up. You're in LA Fitness, like he said, prior to the Josecito Lopez fight. Manny Pacquiao has gotten better. You remember when Manny Pacquiao ain't had no jab? Manny Pacquiao had no jab before. Manny Pacquiao learned how to throw a jab probably at the age of 30. You know? Cotto. Remember Cotto? Cotto started moving. Cotto changed. Even Oscar De La Hoya, when he got with Floyd Mayweather Sr., he changed a little bit, you know? So there's certain fighters that they changed during their professional, you know what I'm saying? Deontay Wilder didn't change, you know? Anthony Joshua is probably the same, probably got more mature in his style. Matter of fact, Anthony Joshua used to move even better than of late, you know? Hold on, give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Yo, what happened to good old Pancho? We haven't seen Pancho in a minute, yo. We haven't seen Pancho. Pancho, take it away. Y'all ready though, man? I'm sorry, Pancho. Pancho, take it away for the
break. Dennis told me. Dennis let us know. Said it never means it. Had a matter bone. Wait a minute. What do you mean? Spin me when I'm low. Then started showman when in 90 feet.
Pancho! What about your boy, Pancho? Pancho, what about your boy?
You'll never be alone. I'll be with you from door to door. I'll be with you from door to door. Baby, I'm right here. I'll be with you from door to door. Baby, I'm right here. But you'll never be alone.
Son, that's the competition right there, son. McDonough changed his own style when he went to Garcia. Yeah. You know what it is? The only thing about Garcia, I think Garcia, to be honest, well, he did good again. Nah, matter of fact, I'm gonna take it back because I was going to say that Garcia is, to me, he's a great motivational speaker in that corner as well. See, also with the Manny Pacquiao, look, there's a lot of things that we could critique about the fight and we could analyze about the fight. Where your Dennis Ugas, Manny Pacquiao, your Dennis Ugas did a great job. You know, stay right there, stay disciplined, staying focused, not wavering around, not losing his position. He did a great job in staying strong in his position, shoot the shots that needed to be shot. Every punch that he threw was intended to land. He didn't waste punches. Ugas was game. He was like a hawk. He was game. Manny Pacquiao, to be honest, Manny Pacquiao fought like he did when he was younger. Without the footwork. He was throwing combination after combination after combination, but Manny Pacquiao wasn't trying to set something up. Manny Pacquiao was playing to the crowd. The crowd was, I heard some people say that the crowd was what? That they gave tickets? That crowd, to me, was a sold-out crowd. That shit was electrifying this past weekend in Las Vegas. That fight, the fans, it was packed. It was heavily packed, yo. Packed to the roof. And I think that Manny Pacquiao played to the crowd. I think Manny Pacquiao threw a lot of combination, which is good, but I think that it was more controlling distance, in my opinion. I think he couldn't control the distance. I think he couldn't. I think that Ugas was controlling the distance, and he couldn't get into distance. That's why he was missing a lot of punches. As much as he was throwing a lot of flurries, and we all saw the face of Ugas. You know, if I could post that, you know, for the people that said that, oh shit, he beat him for a lot. I'm like, man, hold on. I don't know about that by a lot. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, I'm gonna give you a little. I'm sorry, yo, but I gotta. The people saying. Because the people were saying that he beat him by a lot. And I'm like, yo, my scorecard was different. You know, my scorecard kind of different. You know what I'm saying? Like 115, 113, I could dig. But the other ones, I said, hell no. What's good, black and brown in the building?
What's going on, brother? What we talking about, man?
Man, we talking about the weekend. We talking about Charlo and his charges. We talking about the WBA move. Let's start on with that. How you feel about this WBA move and all the interim becoming a mandatory to the champion? I think it's a great move.
It makes me question instantly why are they doing something like that, right? And I think it's because they're feeling the pressure. They see the momentum that is starting to build around the sport of boxing. And they feel the pressure from the boxing fans, and they're noticing, hey, our belts have created alleys and avenues for fighters to avoid these big fights. So let's take those avenues and alleys away so we can start making these big fights, because there's so much money in the sport of boxing right now. They got to figure out how to get it out of the fans. They're not getting it with the Tank versus Barrios. You know, they're not getting it with them type of fights. So they need to start making bigger fights. And all the belts, so many belts being around, that was helping the fighters avoid the big fight.
Yeah, good looking out, Hector Martinez. Good looking now. I appreciate you, my brother.
So I think the sanctioning body is recognizing that and saying, hey, let's try to clean up the sport a little bit, and maybe these guys will start fighting each other.
I think they're gonna clean it up on their behalf. They're gonna clean it up a lot, because what they're doing is it's like a tournament. So it's the interim versus the regular title holder, and then the winner of that is gonna be they're gonna start mandating the Super WBA. You remember the Super WBA is untouched; they don't get mandated. So let's say, for example, Rollie fights Gervonta Davis. The winner of Rollie and Gervonta Davis will have to fight Teofimo Lopez, and then the winner of that fight, that's only gonna be one belt. So I think they're cleaning it up, but they're cleaning it up in an entertaining way, in a tournament like. You feel?
Yeah, they're making you having to work your way up to the champion.
Yeah, and then they're gonna stay with that one belt. So I think that's a good way of cleaning it up. It's hard to just because the interim is being stripped, but the interim is really just the champion. If the champion retires, gets hurt, whatever, you get elevated. And we didn't like Ugas being elevated, and them not giving the belt back to Manny Pacquiao. A lot of people didn't like that. So I know a lot of people don't look at the interim for anything really, unless he's gonna be a mandatory. So that's a good move by the WBA to clean things up, in my opinion.
And then look, Punch, day one, they make this announcement, and what's everybody talking about? Tank versus Rollie. Everybody's talking about it. So that's instantly what came to my mind when they do something like this. It's so these fighters can stop avoiding each other, and they got to go through each other. They got to go through each other to get to the top. And that's how it should be. That's how it should be. Each sanctioning body should have that same format.
Facts. And I think they clean it up, and I think that people need to let the process work. Let it happen. Let's see these fights, because these are good fights. I know that Rollie and Tech is an entertaining fight, and it also plays in the hands on Floyd Mayweather's word. Floyd Mayweather is the one that said that he's only going to be fighting guys that's in-house and Mayweather Promotions. So right there, the WBA has forced that upon your words. Make it happen. It's an easy fight. It's Mayweather Promotions. Easy, showtime, no problem to make that fight happen. I don't think that he thought it was going to come around that fast. You know what I'm saying? I thought maybe he wanted to make a little bit more money off of Rollie before that happened. You know, maybe that was a little bit down the line. You know what I mean? That was a little quick. You want to throw them into the ring with each other. That's kind of quick. Those are both of his little cash
That's how he's making money right now.
Did they really wanted to make money off Rollie? Because I have not seen Mayweather LB promote Rollie, not even half of how they talk about Gervonta Davis. Like they were supposed to be out there in San Antonio and they didn't show up.
You know, they don't promote Rollie in the same way. They promote him different. They put him on undercards of fights he's gonna get seen on. So he's got a lot of recognition fights, popular fights, almost like popular undercards. When, in other words, we wouldn't even know who Rollie Romero is, but they put him on popular undercards. So that's how I think they promote him, and that's how they were trying to build him up. Because that's when we seen him when he fought Jackson Marinez. I don't remember on what undercard it was, but it was a popular undercard, and that's how they've been promoting him.
What do you say about the people that's saying that Rollie has no boxing skills, yet people have been saying that Gervonta Davis haven't been in the ring with a puncher? So why is the people that's upset that don't want to see this fight, why are they upset? You're actually wanting to see Gervonta Davis in the ring with somebody that got pop, but now he doesn't have a boxing skills. So they want to see Jackson Marinez versus Gervonta Davis. That's what I want to see.
No, let me tell you something about Rollie, right? He might not bring boxing skills to the table, but he brings something to the table. He brings rough, rugged, aggression, dirty boxing. And some people in the chat, they might not like dirty boxing. They may think it's illegal. Me, myself, personally, if the ref is letting you get away with it, then it's clean. You know what I mean? Like if just like Josh Taylor, when he fought Jose Ramirez, a lot of people want to call that shit dirty punch. And I was going for Josh Taylor. I was going for Ramirez. I put money on Ramirez. Hey, Josh Taylor pushed the line on that referee and won that fight. Some people call it dirty boxing. I call it pushing the line. As far as the referee's going to let you go, you take it as far as that referee's going to let you go. And Rollie Romero, he pushes that line. He pushes his elbows in your face, forearms in your neck. You know, it's a dirty fight. So you got to pack a lunch when you're fighting Jose Romero. If you're a pretty boy punch, you don't want nothing to do with Rollie Romero.
Facts. And I think that I agree with you 100% on towing the line. A lot of fighters does that. Even the most prestige fighter does that. Bernard Hopkins did that. Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao until they gave him the warning, like stop holding. Then he stopped. Then he stopped holding excessively versus Manny Pacquiao. So even the technicians of the game does it. Ward did it. Ward will stick his elbow. Ward will be a little, so they know how to work. This is what it is. They know how to work the ref. Just like Robert Garcia. Garcia versus Maloney and Franco. He was working that ref. Veterans in the game know how to work the ref.
He was definitely working the ref that fight.
So, and then in Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez, he will hold, the ref will be like break, bang, bang, bang. Right there, he would do it smart. So it's more to the art than the science. It's all mental game. It's all working with the ref. It's saying something to the ref. Even in the locker room before the fight happens, and be like, yo, watch the elbows on this. Yo, we watch a lot of tapes. Now the ref is so stuck on the elbow while they fight, and or watch the hold, watch the low blows.
I mean, in the Ramirez Taylor fight, if you ask me my opinion, the referee was a little bit soft. He was breaking him soft. He wasn't physically breaking him. He was verbally breaking him. And I think Josh Taylor took advantage of that. Well, if you're gonna break us soft, I'm gonna be the first to the punch. I set the tone. If you're gonna verbally break us and you're not gonna physically get between us, well, then all we got to do is take a step back and then attack. And to me, Josh Taylor set the tone, and Jose Ramirez wasn't ready for it, and he never made an adjustment. That high-level aggression, you call it dirty boxing, that shit won Josh Taylor the undisputed fight. So it is what it is at the end of the day. Josh Taylor's sitting as undisputed, not Jose Ramirez.
Facts. What do you feel like the WBC is going to follow suit like the WBA? They're gonna see what the WBA is doing, what they're trying to fix to make boxing good. Even Oscar De La Hoya have stated yesterday during this workout, he said himself, "There's too many belts." Me as a promoter, I don't even know all the champions in boxing. That right there tells you everything. Your own promoter in the sport of boxing don't know the champions.
And I mean, there's a lot to a casual, to someone who doesn't follow the sport. There's a lot, but there's not that many. If you're a promoter in professional boxing, you should know the champions. You should know the champions, brother. It's not.
You should know, but I'm thinking he's saying it in a way where he's over exaggerating, saying there's too many belts, as we all know, there's too many belts. So, but it's good that a voice like that is talking, because see, his voice, regardless if people don't like the Oscar de la Hoya, is a valid voice in boxing. So when he does say something, it does affect the sanctioning bodies. If Oscar de la Hoya and Floyd Mayweather talks about the belts not being what it was, then guess what? The young guys that look up to them is going to look at it the same way. Guess what? They got voices that translate outside of boxing and it's more internationally. Then the casual fans will be like, man, fuck the belts too. I don't even know myself. So once the boxers and the relevant boxers start talking about that these belts don't mean nothing, that's when the WBA had to wake up. You know, the WBA is also listening that, yo, you in the PBC pocket. They don't like that.
Yeah, they don't like that. I hope Mauricio Sulaiman does follow suit. He's been catching probably the most heat lately because he's probably, out of all the sanctioning bodies, he's the most vocal. He's the most noticeable one. You know, I think, out of all the sanctioning bodies, I can't even think of another name I could even think of as quick as Mauricio Sulaiman. So he's definitely the most noticeable. He's like the spokesman, you know, of the sanctioning bodies, especially of the WBC. So he catches a lot of heat. He's got to answer a lot of questions on camera, doing interviews. So I think he should be the first one to start cleaning some belts up, getting rid of some belts. And one way that he can help Punch is if he starts mandating fights. He's got to start mandating, because even like, say, Jojo Diaz just became Devin Haney's mandatory, right? It's not even a real mandatory unless he orders it and mandates it. So what is the point of becoming somebody's mandatory if you're really not the mandatory until Mauricio Sulaiman wants to mandate it? So to me, I think he can clean up by doing that, by saying, hey, once you become the mandatory, then you are instantly mandated. You know what I mean? The fight is instantly going to be mandated and ordered by the WBC. Because if not, then the ranking system is just, it don't hold no weight.
And this is why I feel like, since the rules are being broken and they're changing their own rules, this is why I say, hey, Haney, petition for the fight with Jojo Diaz. Don't let Jojo Diaz go negotiate with Ryan Garcia. Petition for the fight. Let the WBC make the move. They're not petitioning for the fight. They're not ordering the fight. Guess what? Petition for it. Do not let Ryan Garcia and Jojo Diaz start their negotiations, because we all know that fight is probably easier to make happen, and the WBC is going to be all right with it. It's going to be right with it.
Yeah, that's a question I have. Also, Punches, why hasn't that fight been mandated? Why is JoJo able just to go and, you know, and fucking renegade off now? You know, like that fight should instantly be mandated. Why should the champion have to go and fucking grab the mandatory and bring his ass up by his fucking back of his collar and say, nah, you're gonna fight me? I don't know. Like, Punch, other people know the get downs and the in between the lines of the sport. It just doesn't make sense to me that the champion has to go around and chasing these guys to get them in the ring with him. Why does Devin Haney have to do so much to get an opponent in the ring with him? And I'm not talking about Tio, Punch. I'm not talking about Tio, but everybody else, like Ryan Garcia, Jojo Diaz, Richard Comey, even Loma. Why don't they want his belt? Why will they not go? Why don't they have energy to go fight him? Why does he got to be petitioned and mandated? Why is it all? And why does he have to send everybody contracts?
That's what I always say. He has the power because Devin Haney is the promoter, and he has the power to sign these petitions. And with Loma, he has to wait for Top Rank to file any petition that that they would do for him. T.O. needs to wait on Top Rank. Ryan Garcia needs to wait on Golden Boy promotion. Devin Haney is his own boss with his own promotional company and a promoter's license that he is the one that's petitioning. He's the one that petitioned for the Santiago fight, for the Gamboa fight, for the Linares fight. So he needs to be the one, if he really wants these fights and he want to push the envelope as a boss, because remember, even when he was with Teofimo Lopez that time, he's diminishing, he's devaluing Teofimo Lopez, telling him in his face, I'm a boss. Basically, you have to answer to somebody. So, see, I don't have to answer to nobody. I can make my move. Jojo Diaz, I want you. I'm a petition for the fight at the WBC. They working too late. I'm a petition for the fight. And that's what it is. That's where I think where people don't want to they look at Devin Haney as the fighter, but me, I look at Devin Haney as the fighter and the promoter. Just like Bob Arum got critiqued as a promoter, you are a promoter. You on a partnership. You're not under anybody. Nobody is holding you back. The other guys, they could be held back. Devin Haney don't have to be held back. You understand? So if you're good enough to petition for Santiago and Gamboa and Linares, then why not petition for the fights that we think that you should be on, or petition for the fights of the fighters that you say is ducking you?
Well, I understand the whole petition thing, right? Is it because that he is his own promoter that every fight that he gets, he has to
That's what he's been doing.
Every single fight? Like, is he the only fighter that has to do those type of things?
No,
because he's still underneath Matchroom, you know?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Is every fighter petitioning for fights?
He's not underneath Matchroom. He's partnership with Matchroom. He's under nobody. That's what I'm saying. He petitioned. Mauricio Sudamon stated that with Bill Haney on Barbershop Conversation, you requested for these fights and we gave you these fights. That's what I'm saying. If you could request for Santiago Gamboa, why haven't you? And that's why he was saying. He's saying, oh, but we couldn't petition for Lomachenko because Lomachenko, he got put in a position where he couldn't be a mandatory. And then he said, yeah, you couldn't be, you don't petition for a mandatory, but you could have petitioned to be a voluntary. So that told me right there, even with the sanctioning body, he said, and he told Bill, you could challenge anybody you want. So that's what they've been doing. But if they're going to say one thing on the outside for the fans to believe one thing, but the reality is, do they really want that fight? Do they really want Lomachenko? Do they really want to fight Teofimo Lopez? Because they have windows to petition for those fights. Why people hate Floyd or people like to critique other fighters that like to blow money. I'm rich, I'm boss, I'm this, I'm that. We're gonna critique you by it. You're your own boss, you're your own promoter. You get more, you get $3 million because you are a promoter. Al Heyman gets critiqued, Oscar De La Hoya gets critiqued, Top Rank gets critiqued, Eddie Hearn gets critiqued, Devin Haney, you're your own promoter, you petition for the fights, then you're gonna get critiqued too. So I'm not critiquing him as a fighter. I'm critiquing him as a promoter now.
You know, as boxing fans, though, right? You go real deep, Punch. You guys go real deep into petitions and promotions and all this, right? You go real deep. But as boxing fans, just looking from the outside looking in, Devin Haney's a sitting champion. No matter how he got the belt, people don't like it. He's a sitting champion. And none of these guys are trying to push to fight him. And Punch, you go into petitions, and Devin Haney has to petition for this fight and for this fight and for this fight. But when is anybody or a promotional company going to have any energy towards fighting this kid and taking that belt? Because the only energy I see, Punch, as a boxing fan, is promotional companies finding ways not to fight this kid.
Because
I mean, and look at Golden Boy has 2 fighters lined up to fight him for that belt. In the sanctioning body, within the WBC sanctioning body, they have 2 fighters who have climbed the rankings to fight for Devin Haney's belt. Okay, that's just what it is. Why does Devin Haney have to be the one to petition to fight these 2 guys who have climbed the rankings to fight him for his belt? Now they've climbed the rankings to fight him, and now they don't want to fight him. What's the point of climbing the rankings if you're not going to have no energy? And now all the pressure is put on Devin to somehow petition or find a way to get him in the ring, when you have Eddie Hearn You have Eddie Hearn verbally, publicly calling out Golden Boy, JoJo Diaz, and Ryan Garcia for not wanting to make the fight with Devin Haney. So as a boxing fan, Punch, we're seeing a lot. But then when we get onto these live streams, that now it's Devin Haney has to petition for every single fight.
Because you petition for the fight that we don't want to see you in. If you have the heart to petition for Santiago after 12 days being elevated, why not petition for the fight that we want you to see in? So this is the game. This is the game. While they're talking about Fortuna, I'm going to give you an example. They're talking about Fortuna and TBV and the boxing voice. Samson, Bill, Haney, DHP going at each other. Whoa, I'm going to petition for the fight. We want to fight. But they already petitioned for Jorge Linares. So while the fans is stuck on this little drama that we're watching, they petitioned for Jorge Linares. Jorge Linares is not even wasn't up for the fight. Really, he was not in a position to get the Devin Haney fight, but they already petitioned for it because in reality they want to let the fans know something, but their game plan is something else. All I gotta tell you is, yo, this person is ducking me, this person is ducking, but I already petitioned for the Jorge Linares fight. I already petitioned for the Gamboa. Remember, they had the date November 7th. They already had that date. But everybody is talking about Gary Russell and Devin Haney, but Gamboa is right there in the back burner. So it's about also the incompetence of the Belt Federation, hook winking the fans by the Haneys as well, you know, and not only Haneys, everybody else does it. Everybody else does it. But not everybody else is their own boss. Not everybody else could petition for fights. I was saying earlier, now you said, well, the fans, you know, everything is about petition, but the fans look at this. The fans also looked how Devin Haney won the title. Oh, they didn't see him win the title. Nobody saw him win the title. So they saw Lomachenko won. They saw Teofimo Lopez. And while all his contemporaries all have stated that your belt don't mean shit to me, they don't go for the belt. How much are they going to get paid also? You know? So they looking at it just like fans are looking at it. In reality, nobody's looking at that watered down belt.
If they're not looking at his belt, then why are they fighting mandatories to get to a position to become a mandatory for his belt? Why are they fighting eliminators to get to his belt? That's what I don't understand, because they're doing that. And to me, as a boxing fan, I'm getting involved in that, Punch. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see JoJo Diaz fight Fortuna to become Devin Haney's mandatory. So I get involved in that. But just to come find out that all that's bullshit, and that's really not his mandatory unless Mauricio Suleiman says so, unless JoJo Diaz and Golden Boy says so, or in your case, unless Devin Haney says so. So I get the pressure that you're putting on Devin Haney. I get that pressure, Punch. But my question is, where's the pressure on the other guys to send the same petitions that you're talking about? Where's the pressure on Golden Boy?
Okay.
Hold on. Where's the pressure on Golden Boy to send the petitions to fight for Devin Haney's belt? If you ask me my opinion, it's Punch. People are looking at it from the opposite perspective. The petitions should be coming from Golden Boy. The offers should be coming from Golden Boy to try to fight for Devin Haney's belt. It seems like the energy is backwards, and there's no pressure put on Golden Boy to send JoJo Diaz or Ryan Garcia over there to fight Devin Haney. And that's my thing is, why, as Devin Haney is the champion, why does he got to send petitions to his mandatories, but his mandatories get to sit here with no pressure and they don't got to send nobody petitions? Like, how is that? Why is it just Devin who got to send petitions?
Nobody his contemporary. I'm not gonna say nobody. His contemporaries don't respect him as the champion.
Let me add, then how are they fighting to become his mandatory? Let me ask.
They know because they know.
When are you guys gonna put pressure on Golden Boy to send petitions to the champion? Why is only the champion got to send petitions?
Because probably they make more money with JoJo Diaz in-house money.
But us as fans, we can't support that. We can't support that as fans.
No. We
gotta stay true. We gotta stay true to the sanctioning body rankings. We can't say, "Oh no, JoJo Diaz, it's cool. You worked your way up to fight Devin Haney as a champion, but now because a bigger fight for money comes along, oh, we understand. Nah, Punch. We can't do that, bro.
So Devin Haney petitioned for the fight. You're the one that's saying that you're being ducked. Petition for the fight. Plus petition. Why taking so hard for you to petition?
Why?
I understand that you want Golden Boy to petition for the fight. Devin Haney petition for the fight though. You have the power. Nobody holding you back. See, even put it this way. Even if Jojo Diaz says, Golden Boy, can you petition for this fight? And Golden Boy says no. Nah, I'm not spending money on petitioning for the fight. Nah. I want you to fight Ryan Garcia. That's in-house problems right there. But Devin Haney could be like, yo, I'm petitioning for this fight, put pressure on the WBC, and put pressure on Golden Boy, and you in that position for me to fight you as a mandatory. Put your money where your mouth is, Devin. Do not fling money all around your apartment, and put that money into a petition and get the fighters in the ring.
Okay,
That's it.
look.
Because, and I'm going to say it like this, because you have done it with Santiago, you have done it with Gamboa, and you have done it with Linares. So don't tell me that you can't get fights, because the fights that you have gotten it, you petition for them.
Yeah, those are voluntaries, correct?
Yeah, he
correct?
petitioned for
okay.
those.
Correct.
Yeah.
Petition for your voluntaries, because when you go through your sanctioning body,
And he don't got voluntaries.
in order for it to be a sanctioned fight, you got to petition for the fight. You got to turn in an application to your sanctioning body. So yeah, that's cool, right? It's like turning in an application to your sanctioning body. Hey, this is the guy. You're offering me a voluntary, so I'm gonna turn in this application. We pick Santiago. Is it cool? Do you accept it? Yes, we accept. Those are voluntaries. Why would he have to petition for one of his mandatories? That part makes no sense. I can understand petition for a voluntary. I can understand that because your sanctioning body got to accept it, right? But petitioning for a mandatory who has worked to be your number one contender and who has fought to fight you for your belt. I don't know. Maybe you guys can tell me another situation where a champion had to petition for his mandatory to fight him. Maybe you guys can. I can't think of another situation where the champion is chasing his mandatories down. I can't think of it. Maybe you guys can. My only thing is, Punch. My only thing is to you and to people in the chat. Where is the pressure on the other guys? Why does all the pressure lie on Devin Haney? Where's the pressure on Jojo and Ryan Garcia and Richard Comey and Lomachenko to get in the ring with this kid?
But everybody calls, they're not the pressure on Devin Haney. All the pressure is on everybody. Everybody's saying that they're the Ducks. Everybody's saying they're the Ducks. So Devin Haney don't have no pressure. Devin Haney never had pressure.
He shouldn't. He's a champion.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's the champion.
Exactly. And we all saw how he got it. We all saw how he got it. There's no respect there. We want to say he's a champion. He's no respect there, Black.
But
they know
it's a champion at the end of the day.
They don't respect it.
At the end of the day, he's a champion, Punch.
Huh?
At the end of the day, he's a champion. We can sit here and talk about how he got it.
He's a champion that's not respected. It's true. He's a champion. But just like fans, we saw how he got it. Did he petition to get that belt back?
Hey, hold on. You're saying that he's not respected, or is it he's a champion that's feared, that they don't want to go and fight him?
He is not respected.
Is it that he's not respected? Is it that he's not respected, or is that he's feared?
I don't have to go that route because I'm not. You're saying that he's a champion. I'm telling you, his contemporaries vocally have stressed that they don't respect him as a champion. Fortuna have stated that. Gervonta Tank Davis has stated that. Teofimo Lopez, Ryan Garcia in front of his face. Everybody has said the same thing.
The only fighter's words who carries weight out of all those fighters you named is Teofimo Lopez, because of the rest of those motherfuckers been fighting for baby belts, and Ryan Garcia don't got no room to fucking talk. So the only fighter who I'll give the credit to, if he says, Devin Haney, you're a little champion, is fucking Teofimo Lopez. But the rest of those fucking guys, they should be knocking at Devin's door to fight Devin Haney, but they're not.
Let me get this. So since Dev is his own promoter, he should have to call out his contenders. Don't that work the other way around? So Oscar can't send petition. Everybody could send petition.
That's what I'm saying, Punch.
Everybody could send petition.
It's almost obvious.
Take it the powers into your own hands. Just send the petition. What's so wrong about it? I don't understand. Like why we're holding his hands now? You a boss too, just like everybody else gonna get. All right. Oscar De La Hoya. All right, petition for Jojo Diaz to fight Devin Haney. I'm gonna get Ryan Garcia to fight Jojo Diaz. it's
No, Punch.
You can petition
If you're a
for
promoter,
it.
though, Punch, if you're a promoter, right, and you're looking out for your fighters, you're looking out for your fighters' best interests. So if you're Golden Boy and you're looking out for JoJo Diaz's best interests, and he works his way up to become Devin Haney's #1 contender, mandatory for that belt, why would you pull him out of a championship fight to put him in a fight with Ryan Garcia that don't mean shit? Wouldn't you want your fighter to start to continue gaining legacy? Don't you want your fighter in the biggest fight possible, championship fight? What does the Ryan Garcia fight do for JoJo Diaz? Yeah, big money for Golden Boy. Yeah, big money for Ryan Garcia. But what does that do for JoJo Diaz? Absolutely nothing, Punch. The momentum that he's built up, beating Fortuna, they completely flush it down the fucking toilet for what? For all fucking Ryan Garcia? I don't like that part, Punch. I gotta disagree with that. I'm not okay with that. And when it comes to that situation, Golden Boy should be petitioning to fight Devin Haney for Devin Haney's WBC belt. That's what JoJo Diaz fought Fortuna for. That's what he earned. And as a promotional company, you should be looking out for your fighter's best interests. And that is putting JoJo Diaz in the situation that he deserves and that he's earned. And that's to fight Devin Haney for Devin Haney's belt. And anything else don't make no sense to me.
It makes sense that they should petition for the fight, but it doesn't make sense that Devin Haney shouldn't petition for the fight, but he could petition for any other fight that he wants. Devin Haney could petition for any fight that he wants. He's a free agent. He don't have no obligations with nobody. He could go to PBC. I'm petitioning for that fight. I'm petitioning for that fight. He could move in a way that a lot of boxers, even at the older age, can't move. So I am saying, like I said in the beginning, Devin Haney petition for that fight before JoJo Diaz and Ryan Garcia goes to negotiations. Knock that shit off now. Petition for it. The WBC needs to make a decision because JoJo Diaz is not going to activate the mandatory. There is no rules here. And Devin Haney is a part of there's no more rules because you has fought three voluntary that you petitioned for. So Devin Haney has gone against the rules too. He's getting money just like JoJo Diaz and Ryan Garcia and Golden Boy Promotions would be getting. They all care about the money. So I'm not fighting for really anybody. But Devin Haney, if you saying they are really ducking you, then send the petition and show the whole world that once that petition is there, they decline, you a duck. But until then, ain't nobody ducking nobody. This is all business, and they all in the same business at the dinner table. Petition Devin Haney. You want the fight. If you talking about being a boss, you're not a boss. You're not a boss.
I've never heard the word petition mentioned so much with one fighter's name. I've never heard it. This is the first time.
People ain't listening.
This is the first time I've ever heard that word petition wrapped around one fighter's name so much. What other fighter do we say petition? What other fighter do we do that?
That's a lie, Black. Because a lot of people. That's a lie. You know why? You know why that's a lie? Fighter. Because Canelo Alvarez all over the boxing world have been saying that they petition for the franchise. Lomachenko petitioned for the franchise. Who just got put WBC as a franchise right now?
No, Estrada. That's for a belt. That's for a belt.
We're
talking about fight after fight after fight. He petitioned for Santiago. He petitioned for Linares, and he petitioned for all these fights. And now he's not petitioning for the other fights. I've never heard anybody's fights connected with petitions so much.
You're hearing it now. I'm hearing it now.
That's my question. Why would Devin Haney? Is it so petition? Why is it petition based when it comes to Devin Haney?
Because he's his own boss, Black. They not their own boss. We critique these promoters all day long. Devin Haney's gonna get critiqued as a promoter.
Yeah, but is Devin Haney the promoter or is Eddie Hearn the promoter? Because Eddie Hearn's out here doing the same thing. Eddie Hearn's out here talking about that the Golden Boy is turning down contracts. They don't even want to look their way. They don't even want to do business with them.
And not the right question is that you filed the petition. Did Eddie Hearn fight the petition to get JoJo Diaz? But he's not with Eddie Hearn no more. Just like the Canelo Alvarez and Caleb Plant. He's not with Eddie Hearn. So guess who's doing the work? Canelo is doing the work. But I'm talking about the WBC right here now with Devin Haney. Petition for it before these guys going to make money. They are going to make money without you, Devin Haney. You're the guy that they saying they ducking. But you have the power to petition for all the fights that you got in 3 petition, and they working with you. The WBC works with Haney because the rule states when you get a vacant belt, you get two mandatories, 1 voluntary. You have gotten 3 voluntary, and that's not because people was ducking you. It's because they working with you. Mauricio Sulaiman have stated that in public, but people want to listen to what they listen to. If you got that power and you got that leeway with the WBC to do whatever you want to do, then petition for it. Because you are doing whatever you want to do. They're letting you do, they're giving you the power to do whatever. They're not mandating you. Devin?
Do you think that that the money will come from Devin Haney Promotions, or do you think the money comes from DAZN and Matchroom?
That's I think it comes from both.
Yeah, I don't know, man. All I know is when it comes to Devin Haney, that it gets different when it comes to Devin Haney. We go different places that I don't hear other people going with. We don't go these places with other boxers. But with Devin Haney, we go these places.
We do go. The difference is that some people don't talk like they talk. WBO, we got Sean Porter and Bud Crawford. To get that order, somebody had a petition. Either it come from Top Rank or either it come from PBC. Somebody had a petition for that order to be activated.
It couldn't have just been ordered by the sanctioning body.
Probably did it get ordered? It's been.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. That's what I've heard so far, but I don't know. I could be wrong. I've heard it was just ordered, mandated.
No, you could activate once somebody activated for you. So let's say Jojo Diaz, nobody's activating the mandatory, and they ain't activating it. The WBC ain't ordering it, right? What I'm saying is, Devin Haney, if that's the fight that you want, or you want Ryan Garcia or any other fight, petition for it. Pressure them. They're not going to pressure them. You know why? Because they work with the WBC, and that's the problem that people don't want to understand. See, we fighting while they're just cracking up. They're working with each other. So, yeah, he's fighting to be the mandatory position. They're not being mandated. That's what I'm saying. You saying.
So is that Devin's fault or is that the WBC's fault?
That's they're in cahoots with business with each other. That's everybody's fault.
Whose fault is that, bro?
How many times we went after the WBC? How many times have we spoken bad about the WBC? I think that's how many times?
Oh, they're the punching bag.
All right. See? So, okay, now, all right. So, Devin Haney, you're telling the world that everybody is ducking you. You have gotten these 3 voluntary that you petitioned for. That you went voluntary and petitioned for. Nobody was talking about Santiago. You petitioned for that fight to make money. You petitioned for Gamboa. You was the one that was about to petition for Gary Russell Jr. But at that first, the DAZN, they didn't want to do that fight because they didn't feel like it was a valuable fight for the DAZN. You are going around petitioning for fights. But yet the guys that you call that's ducking you, you're not petitioning for it.
Quick question. What comes first? What comes first? The offer or the petition? Do you got to bring the fight to the sanctioning body? Is your petition once the fight has already been accepted, or do you bring it before or after? What comes first? The offer or the petition?
You mean the offer? Let's say if he offers Jojo Diaz on the side, like, yo, let's work this and then let's go back to the sanctioning body.
And then he accepts it, and then Jojo accepts it. Then you send the petition in, right?
It work both ways.
Right? Okay. It seems to me like there would have to be a fight already in place, accepted by both sides. Then you send that petition in, right? Because it wouldn't make no sense to petition for a fight that the guy's not even going to fight you. See, these details are important, Punch, because how do you petition for a fight? How do you petition for a fight if the guy has no intent in fighting you? So how do you tell the WBC, hey, I want to petition to fight Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia has no intent in fighting you. So how do you petition to fight that person? You have to get the offer accepted and then turn that in. So you need to find the dance partner and then turn it in. So how do you turn in a petition if nobody wants to dance with you, Punch?
There goes. That's Dika. They don't want to dance. There goes your duck. That's an official duck. That's an official duck. An official duck is when they decline the contract that you send, when they decline the petition that you signed for. That's a boxing official duck that the fans never want to get into. That's why we don't talk about petitioning, because fans are geared to, yo, I called him out, he's ducking me. And all the fans run into, yo, but he called him out in the arena. Nah. When your guy sends that petition, when your promoter sends that petition and then you decline, or the board doesn't vote on it because the board have to vote on your petition. When they decline, then the Belt Federation ain't want that fight to happen. Or the other promoter didn't want that fight to happen. They decline on the offer. They decline on the petition. Why? So my question is, the only question is, we seen you petition for all these fights, and we only see you. We only knew that you were the one that petitioned for this fight because Mauricio Sulaiman pulled your card out in the public. That you petitioned for the fight. You wanted these fights, and we accepted. He told Bill, Mauricio Sulaiman told Bill to his face, no, you wanted these fights. You could have petitioned for any fight. You could have challenged anybody. The guys that you challenged, it was the guys that you're going to give them good money and you're going to collect a lot of money. It's all the business. This is what I'm saying. Why don't he petition for Jojo Diaz or Ryan Garcia? They don't want it?
Maybe they don't want it, Punch. How do you petition for something that they don't want?
So then that's an official duck. But do you want it, Ryan?
I mean, we ain't there already?
What Loma was saying.
We ain't there already, Punch?
No, it's not an official duck. I don't believe in ducks like that. I don't believe in duck. You got to tell me, yo, once you know the business of boxing, that's when you be like, all right, this is a duck. This is a duck. When you decline an offer.
But we're right there. We're standing right in front of it. Punch is almost staring us in our face. Jojo Diaz has earned his mandatory shot to fight Devin Haney. Okay? Bill Haney and them on that side, they've already said they want to fight. They want the fight. They're trying to make it happen.
And Jojo Diaz said he wants it too, right?
And Jojo Diaz said they want it, but Jojo's Golden Boy said no. Golden Boy up top is saying no. The boxer's saying yeah, but Golden Boy is saying no. We're gonna go this way. I mean,
Golden Boy is Golden Boy is the ducker. Golden
Boy is ducking,
not the fighters.
Not the fighters. I made a video about 3 weeks ago saying that promotional companies are ducking Devin Haney. It seems like Top Rank and Golden Boy is ducking Devin Haney. They don't even want to do no business with him. They don't even want to work with him.
If you think so.
I mean, it's not how. It's not that I think. No, Punch. It's not that I think. It's that as a boxing fan, that's what it looks like.
No. Put your boxing business hat on. Not the boxing fans, because the boxing fans, we're gonna go whoever calls somebody out and don't fight him, then he's ducking.
Nah, not
Gervonta St. Davis ducked Tevin Farmer.
Not educated boxing fans.
All right, so
not educated boxing fans.
But educated boxing fan, but the business of boxing a whole different level.
I mean, from just educated boxing fan, I put my business hat on. I'm thinking, why doesn't one of these guys come and want to do business with Devin Haney and them? Why don't anybody want a shot at Devin Haney's belt? I don't put my boxing hat on and think, hey, Devin Haney's really behind the scenes ducking all these fights, but coming out in public and saying that he does want the fight. That's not what I think.
I don't think that no fighter ducks really nobody. The only difference between Devin Haney and the rest is that Devin Haney is his own boss that could call his own shots. So as a champion and as a boss, you have no power. As a champion and a boss, you have no power in boxing.
Let's talk about this whole boss thing real quick, man. Because I think
answer the question. As a champion and a boss, you have no power in boxing.
It kind of depends who you are. It kind of depends who you are, brother. Because let's be honest, who other promoter champion is there? Who other fighter promoter is there? There's only one. It's Canelo, and he's not even doing it by himself. And we're talking about Canelo Alvarez. But yet when we talk about little old baby Devin Haney, we want him to be his own boss and do these big things in the sport of boxing. But the only other guy that's coming even close is Canelo Alvarez, and he can't even do it by himself. He needs the help of Eddie Hearn. But Devin Haney and little old Haney Promotions is supposed to be doing these big old things in the sport of boxing.
So
to me, it's unrealistic. It's not realistic.
So all right, So then I give credit to Devin Haney for being the youngest promoter in the sport of boxing. He's doing great. He's doing historical things. Oh, but now you want me to indirectly you want me to back off of that. You don't want me to give him credit, because whatever credit and respect that you have as a promoter in boxing, you're going to get critique as a promoter as well. You're just not going to get praise as a promoter, and when shit doesn't go through, then it's Eddie Hearn's fault. But when you're doing something great, it's Devin Haney's. Devin Haney's doing great things. No. That's what I'm saying. I'm separating the boxer and the promoter. You're going to get respected as a promoter, as the youngest promoter ever in the sport of boxing, and you get major props for doing so. You get major props for your dad putting you in that position. But when shit doesn't happen, you're going to get critiqued like every other promoter. It's not everybody else's fault, but then you get the praise when shit is good. Nah. Yeah, Bob Arum gets props for Tio and Loma and Jose Ramirez and Josh Taylor, but then he's gonna get critiqued for other fights that's not happening in boxing. Oh yeah, you're gonna get praise, and you could get a Jorge Linares. Great fight, we all liked it. Good fight for Devin Haney. But then when you're not making the fight that the other people want to see, you're a promoter, my brother. You're a boss now. You run your mouth like a boss, then you're a boss, and I'm gonna give you credit for it. So when shit ain't happening, when you can't make a deal with Bob Arum and get the Teofimo Lopez fight, when you can't make that deal with Golden Boy and get that Ryan fight, when you can't make that deal and get the Gervonta Tank Davis fight with Mayweather Promotions, and you cool with Mayweather, you train with Mayweather, you can't get that fight done. Oh, it's somebody else's fault? Nah, I'm going to praise you as a promoter when you get shit done. And when you don't get shit done, you're going to get critiqued like every promoter. Al Heyman, Eddie, Bobby, everybody gets critiqued. Sorry, little O. We can't give him that little O. Oh, you know what I'm saying?
Why not? That's context. Why not? Why? That's context.
Also,
that's context. That's part of it, Punch. Why you want to ignore that part? Why does that part get ignored, though? That's part of it.
Well, why you're ignoring that he's a boss? Why are you ignoring that he's supposed to be making?
I'm not ignoring it. I'm not ignoring it. I'm putting exactly into perspective. I'm not overdoing it, and I'm not saying, "Hey, you're your own boss and you're out here making." Now, I know what Devin Haney Promotion is. It's a little tiny promotional company that needed Matchroom to do all the big things. They're just there. I know what they are. I'm not going to sit here and try to blow them up just to tear them down. I know what they are, brother. They're a really small promotional company with one fighter. You know what I mean? With one fighter. It's basically a father and son who's betting on themselves. They're not the only ones that are doing it. A lot of people are doing it. They're like the trendsetters. They're doing it first. All these young fighters out here trying to do it. They're a small company.
Blame Eddie.
Blame Eddie for what?
For not getting the fights that see.
I'm blaming the other guys who don't want to fight Devin. I'm not blaming Eddie. I'm not blaming Devin neither. I'm blaming JoJo Diaz, Golden Boy, and Ryan Garcia, who don't want to step in the ring with Devin Haney, Punch. That's who I'm blaming.
All right, and we could blame that on them. But we also could blame on the WBC for not ordering.
Okay, the WBC too, but we do that every day.
And then I want to know, I want them to file the petition. File the petition for the WBC. Go ahead. Do it. Tell the whole world they really ducking you. Tell the whole world they declining. Go ahead. Put that money up. You flinging money. Lamborghinis. Royce. Let's go. Put that money in petition, baby. Get that money. You a boss. No excuses, my brother. I don't want to hear no excuses. I don't want to hear that they can't get shit done. I can't keep hearing that they're champions and bosses that can't get shit done in boxing. No. Yes, fuck it.
You're a Demetrius Andre fan, right?
Yeah, and who I blame it on? Who I blame it on?
All right, then.
Eddie Hearn, the promoter. The promoter. All right, so I'm blaming on the promoter. DHP. You want to say that these are little promoters that has they work under somebody and it's Eddie's fault. They only have one promoter, so they have no responsibility. But when they do something great, they get the props. You get the props for being the youngest promoter in boxing. You get the props for getting $3 million. While you shit on the other fighters for not being in the same position that you on. But when you can't make the fight happen, then my brother, the critique is gonna come at you as a promoter. Get it done. Get it done. You got Santiago done. You got Gamboa done. You was about to get Gary Russell done. You got Linares done. Make it happen. No more excuse. You're the boss that shits on everybody else for not being the boss that you are. That's my shit.
You bring up Gamboa, right? Nobody cared about Gamboa. I'm talking about fans really didn't care. Not a sanction, a promotional company didn't care about him. Same with Santiago. Nobody cared about Santiago. Promotional company didn't care about Santiago. Linares. Promotional company don't really care about Linares, right? When is a promotional company going to put one of their top-level talents in the ring with Devin Haney? When is Golden Boy going to put JoJo Diaz, a top-level talent, in the ring with Devin Haney? When are they going to petition to fight the champion that they've earned the spot to fight? When is Golden Boy going to step up for that fight? That's my question to you, brother. Because look at the tournament style thing that they joined in. That JoJo Diaz joined this. If JoJo Diaz didn't join this fight,
they should. That's what I'm saying.
If he didn't fight Fortuna, okay, to fight Devin Haney, then we wouldn't really be talking about this. But JoJo Diaz fought Fortuna for one reason, and that was to become Devin Haney's mandatory. So why the fuck would the pressure be on the champion and not the guy?
Every champion get pressured.
Who just fought? No, but why would the pressure should be coming from the bottom though. The pressure shouldn't be coming from up top. But the pressure should be coming from the guy who just earned the spot, the mandatory spot. You know what I mean? It's backwards. And then us as fans, we should be pressuring Golden Boy because they're going opposite. They're not wanting to work with Devin Haney.
That's what I'm saying. Let's we pressure
when JoJo Diaz doesn't even want to fight you.
That's my point. That we're pressuring Golden Boy. Make it happen. Mauricio Sudomo on WBC, the board, make it happen. But for JoJo Diaz, Golden Boy needs to make it happen for JoJo Diaz. Golden Boy. So yeah, we go after promoters. That's my debate. That's my argument right here. That the promoters, Golden Boy Promotions, make it happen. Yo, Mayweather Promotions, make it happen. He's the one that's coming out saying that Gervonta Tank Davis is going to be fighting whoever, only in-house fighters. Top Rank Bobby, make it happen. Eddie Hearn, make it happen. Devin Haney, make it happen. You get it? I'm going after Devin Haney to make it happen as a promoter, not a fighter. JoJo Diaz has to worry about Oscar De La Hoya making it happen. He don't even give a fuck if he says, Oscar De La Hoya, please give me Gervonta Tank Davis now. If Golden Boy says, nah, then it's not. But not for Devin Haney. Devin Haney can move the way he wants to move, especially now he has no network affiliation. He knocking on everybody's door. You're a boss. You're the one that's making the type of, how much have you approached JoJo Diaz and say, you know what, I'm going to pay you this one because you're the promoter. It's going to be your show. You see, that's my point. Do not tell the whole people.
It's not going to be a Devin Haney promotion show. Come on, can we stop with that, bro? Can we stop? That's
thank you. All right, I will stop. I will stop giving him the credit.
It's not going to be Devin Haney Promotions. It's not. It's never going to be that.
So Black and Brown,
it's going to be a co-promotion. It's going to be co-promotion with Devin Haney, Matchroom, Golden Boy, DAZN. Everybody's going to be involved. It's not going to be, Devin Haney's the A side, and you're going to come fight on Devin Haney Promotions. It's not going to be that.
But
we know that.
It's going to be DHP around the ring on the ropes and stuff like that.
It's going to be also Golden Boy around the ring and on the ropes.
Exactly.
Co-promoting.
So yes. So this is what I'm telling you. We are the one that's always going after promoters. You don't want to critique Devin Haney as a promoter.
No. See, I think my mission's accomplished because now we've been going back and forth, and now you're starting to put pressure on Golden Boy and Devin Haney. But before I came in, it's just been pressure on Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying?
No, my brother.
Pressure needs to be on Golden Boy as well.
Go back. The first thing I said, file the petition before JoJo Diaz and Ryan Garcia goes to a negotiation. Did I say that?
The pressure should be even on them before that even.
All right, so
gets
you guess
there,
what?
Punch.
Hey, so guess what? They're gonna go through their shit and they're gonna make that fight happen, and you ain't put pressure on nobody. I'm saying Devin Haney put pressure on them. Put pressure on the WBC. But guess what? We've been through this role for many times. They're not going to put pressure on Daddy WBC. You know it and I know it, and everybody in the boxing world knows it. All right? They don't put pressure on WBC, and the WBC don't put pressure on Devin Haney because they have a partnership. And anybody can prove that wrong. We know that. So what's this? We don't have to go too much in it. If Devin Haney wants to fight, then pursue the fight the way you got to pursue the fight, as a boss. As a boss. That's all I'm saying. As a boss. A boss. Or don't say that you're a boss.
Hey,
you're
bro,
just like every other fighter. You're not giving the same energy. You're not getting the same energy,
bro.
Black.
You say we don't got to go that deep into it. You say we don't got to go that deep into it. I agree. We don't. It should be the mandatory. It should be the mandatory. Go ahead.
As a business owner, when my guys do bad work or I don't a contract, I get all the heat. It comes being my own boss. Exactly, Magic. Thanks. Exactly. I'm not saying that nobody else. I'm not saying they don't got the petition, but you're the guy that's saying that everybody's ducking you. You got to make it happen, boss.
I mean, when your mandatories are visibly,
they're not truly mandatories, and we know that's the death. That's what I'm saying.
Then why
they're not mandatories?
Then why would he put himself in that situation? Then
they're not mandatory.
That's where the pressure lies. Why did Jojo Diaz put himself in that situation?
They're not mandatories. Come on, we follow boxing. Hey. How many days Dillian and White been in precision?
And we're just gonna let that go? And we're gonna then we're gonna put pressure on Devin Haney then?
No, see, since day one, what did I say? What did I say that Devin Haney should do?
Throw the belt away?
Exactly. Exactly my point, my brother. Exactly. But are they gonna throw it away?
Probably
not.
No, it's been 2 fucking years by now. They ain't throwing that motherfucker away. It's been 2 damn years.
They're partnership, man. They know it. Everybody knows it, man. And then when Mauricio shoot him on the barbershop conversation, hey, do you have it? Is there any issues? No. There's no issue. Mr. Bill Haney said there is no issue. All right? So let's not play the game. They ain't playing the game, but if you're not following the game with the eyes and stuff like that, you feel me? We're gonna look at we're gonna object everything as, or justify everything as the fan from the outside that don't want to know the business, that don't want to know nothing. Everything is petition. That's the bad thing about boxing. If you're ranked number 40 and you're a promoter and you got the money and you're gonna call the promotion, you're gonna call the belt federation and be like, yo, I want my fighter to fight for the trinket belt, from them junior belts. You got the money, you petition for it, they say yes. Then you go from rank number 40 to rank number 20. Everything is petition. We only see the super WBA, the franchise, and all everything in boxing is a petition. That's what, and that's why I've been preaching. That's what we gotta get to know. Every call out, everything that's done in boxing is petition. So when Lomachenko gets critiqued, he asked for the franchise, he's petitioned for the franchise. No, his team petitioned, Top Rank petitioned for it. Eddie Hearn petitioned for Estrada. Charlo on Golden Boy probably petitioned for the franchise. They petitioned for certain fights.
Yeah, but I think we established already, Punch, that we don't know exactly when the petition comes. With the offer, or before the offer, or after the offer, you know what I mean? Like, and if we don't know that part, Punch, it's kind of hard to keep using that word petition if we don't know which one comes first. Because if the contract has to come first, if the other fighter has to accept the contract before you can send the petition in, well then, brother, it throws that whole petition word right out the window, Punch. And I think that's something, if we're going to keep using that word, that's something that we need to find out facts. And Rapstar, you guys got Mauricio Suleiman's number. You know what I mean?
I said it could happen either way. It happens either way.
Without a fighter accepting?
So you can make the WBC order the fight. The WBC, you're the one that said in 90 days, you got the winner has to fight me. You said that, Mauricio Suleiman. In 90 days that they have to fight me. You said that. All right, so I'm not gonna go right, so I don't have to go at Golden Boy and Jojo Diaz. Let me go after you. Let me go after the WBC. Am I going to fight Jojo Diaz, or are you gonna order the fight? Just order the fight. Don't tell me about them accepting. Don't tell me about activating. Or are you gonna order the fight? But they're not gonna do it because they can't throw WBC under the bus. They can't, and they won't. That's the point. That everybody is in play with this. We're fighting for somebody that don't want to fight for themselves. I'm talking about morality. But this is the morality right here. They don't care. We act like why this guy's not petitioning, why these guys not fighting each other. They know why they're not fighting each other. They moving him the way that he wants to be moved. Just like every other boxer. Just like that. The only difference is he's his own boss.
What do you think about?
It's the same thing with PBC fighters, right? What did Earl Spence say to Bud Crawford when they met with each other, right? He said, "You got to." I'm gonna
take the easy route, and you gotta. So what do you say? You gotta answer to L.
No, he said he has to answer to Bob Arrow.
Yeah, he has to answer to Bob.
Earl Spencer says, "I'm my own boss." So, in my opinion, on that situation with Bud Crawford, Earl Spence, it has to be more on Earl Spence more because you say you the boss. You say you a boss. You got to make that fight happen. And then they go to the Al Heyman part. Oh, see, Al Heyman is the real boss. Now, if DHP says, you know what? We are our own promoter, but Eddie Hearn is really our boss, and he's the one that's going to have to send the petition, and he's the one that's going to have to do the matchmaking. And then we're back off. All right, you told us that you're not in control. Eddie Hearn is in control. So Eddie Hearn, now we look at Eddie Hearn. But if they expressing they're not with Eddie Hearn no more, then who's going to get the blame as a promoter for them not getting the fight? Because they could come out here. Not look, Black and Brown, that's one thing. They are very transparent with the YTBC. Very transparent. Just because we only listening to one story, that doesn't mean that other promoters or other people doesn't have their story. They're coming to us way before we get to know the both sides. We hear one side, they do a great job. Said take it from us.
Look at Chef Fred's comment, man. He said nobody wants Bud's belt, Andre's belt, or Devin's belt, man. But people are fighting. Nobody's paying for Canelo's belt. I don't know, man. I kind of feel the same way about Demetrius Andre. When is some of these dudes going to get in the ring and fight the dude? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know he's made mistakes in the past, but he's still a champion now, and nobody wants to get in the ring and fight this dude. You know what I'm saying?
I blame it on Eddie Hearn. How you can't get this fighter to fight a good fight on the zone, even with matchroom fighters? How? What's happening? So
but the pressure should go on the other fighter. Like, let's say Jaime Munguia, for instance. Jaime Munguia, right? Jaime Munguia has climbed that sanctioning body to become the #1 contender for Demetrius Andre's belt. But instead, he goes a different route. You know, so like, who we gonna blame in that instance? Demetrius Andre or the #1 contender who went the other route?
Guess who we blame?
Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn.
Promoters, right? Exactly. You're getting it, Black. We blame the promoters.
But the fighters got to catch some heat too, man.
But they do. As a matter of fact, they do catch more heat than their own promoters, depending on, fans like to pick and choose.
But when it's Devin, maybe that's because I guess you guys call him his own promoter. I look at it like his dad's the promoter, but Devin catches all the heat for being the promoter.
No. I'm not talking about visible. I'm talking about on paper. On paper, Devin Haney's the promoter.
Devin Haney or the dad? The dad's the owner.
He's the manager. He's the spokesperson. He's the partner. He's the one that put his son in position to be a promoter. But of course, he does the work. But I'm just saying that written down, he's the promoter because his dad can't be the promoter and manager at the same time. It's against the boxing laws.
I don't know, man. At some point, I want to see these top fighters in the ring with Devin Haney. It just seems like somebody should have energy towards him, public energy towards him. Nobody has any public energy towards him. You know what I mean, Punch? That we don't got to argue that. Nobody's out here trying to make a fight or calling Devin out or proving any type of bringing any type of facts to the table saying that Devin's ducking fights. You know what I mean? We can sit here up all day and have these conversations saying that he needs to do this, he needs to do that, but nobody has any energy towards him or can prove any type of fucking factual evidence saying that Devin's ducking them.
I don't think Devin ducking anybody, but I don't think that everybody is ducking Devin.
You don't think at least JoJo and Ryan don't want no part of him?
You could say like don't want no part of it, but like ducking them, like they scared to fight him. I don't think nobody. I don't really think nobody's scared to fight Devin Haney.
Okay. I wouldn't say scared, but for some reason or another, it seems like JoJo Diaz, Devin, and Ryan Garcia, 2 fights that could be easily made, both on the zone. Eddie Hearn has already publicly called them both out for not wanting to fight. Don't you think some type of pressure should be applied there? You know, I understand everybody wants to put it on Devin, but I mean, facts are facts and they're laid out in front of us too. Yeah, Devin could probably do more to get the fight done, but Golden Boy ain't trying to do shit to get the fight done either. You know what I mean? And why are we not putting no pressure on Golden Boy to get their fighters in there against Devin Haney? Us as boxing fans, Punch, we should want to see that. I want to see Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia or Devin Haney versus JoJo Diaz. I don't really give a fuck about everything else, Punch. I want to see those two dudes fight.
I don't give a fuck about anything else, but that's the thing that we have to understand that I don't like. I don't like the business of boxing. But to understand it, we got to understand it. It's just like we understand on sport. You like baseball, you're going to have to understand why they traded whoever, why he got cut, why, because they needed more money for the team or whatever. You got to understand the sport, or we just going to be like, oh shit, this is a business in the end of the day. And it's more business than the sport.
Sometimes we go so deep, Punch, that we confuse ourselves and we don't even know what the hell we're talking about though, Punch.
That's
when I think when it comes to the petition, when it comes to the whole petition comment, I don't think we're right on. I don't think we're spot on when it comes to that. I think we're missing something. I think something's missing.
What you think that we're missing?
I think this is what I think, Punch. I think in order for a fight to be petitioned, it has to be agreed on both sides, and you turn that in to the sanctioning body, and that's your petition. I don't think you can petition a one-sided fight. I don't think you can do that.
So you tell so did Devin Haney try to make a fight with Brian Garcia? He proposed a contract because he's a boss.
I don't think a contract has been promoted. No.
So Devin Haney really didn't want it. So he didn't go with a contract to Ryan Garcia. He didn't go to a contract. That's what I mean. We're gonna have to look at him as a boss. So if we want to, let's go by that. What you just said. All right. Let's say if it is like that, they gotta make a
mutual agreement.
A mutual agreement. The Devin Haney approach Teofimo Lopez, Lomachenko, Ryan Garcia with an agreement. Because we saw the agreement when it came to Gary Russell. That's what we gave the major props, right? Because they showed the world, here's your 1.5, we're going to make it. Now the question is, the other people that they said that you're ducking, have you given them and supplied them with a term sheet?
Well, that's probably where we need it. That's probably where the conversation lies.
But the other guys didn't say Teofimo Lopez didn't receive any term sheet from DHP.
Well, I don't know about Teofimo Lopez, and I don't know about what you're talking about right now. You lost me real quick.
No, I'm saying we're gonna go by the route that they both have to make a
mutual agreement.
So who is the person that's gonna supply that type of contract to somebody? People that could go draw up the contract, right?
Yeah.
Have we seen DHP draw up a contract for a fighter publicly?
Gary Russell Jr., yes.
So they spoiled us that we know that when you want to fight, you will send a term sheet to somebody.
Yeah.
Did you send a term sheet to Ryan Garcia, Gervonta Tank Davis, Teofimo Lopez, and any other fight that we want to see Devin Haney in? We don't know.
We don't know.
But we would know because they would show it to the public.
If it was, I would think that if those fights were turned down, if those offers were turned down, I think that they would be shown to the public. But I couldn't say for sure. I would just say, yeah, I think they would be shown.
Okay, so I would think they will be shown. They're going to show Gary Russell. Why not show Teofimo or the Ryan Garcia term sheet? Look, I sent them this term sheet and they turned it down. Look how much we was offering them. Remember, they're the promoters. They was going to pay Gary Russell 1.5. DHP was paying Gary Russell. This is why they are their own promoter. Feel me? So they're going to get critique if they do so. If they would have got that Gary Russell fight. They brought that attention of the zone, match room. Remember, DHP was doing this separate from Eddie Hearn. At first, they wasn't on board for it. So they could move without Eddie Hearn, even when they were Eddie Hearn. So this is what I'm saying. Yo, you a boss, and I'm glad that you're a boss. I'm glad that you're empowering, you're young and stuff like that. We got to give credit. We got to praise that. We got to give praise to the father that put his son in a position like no father has done to any boxer. Bill gets major props. Bill Haney gets major props. Okay, but now we're just not going to critique you as a fighter. Because I don't think that Devin Haney gets any, he don't get no my critique. I haven't done a video of Devin Haney stylistically that he's not good. He can't beat these person. He's bad in this. He's great. He got great potential when it comes to his fighting, abilities. But we're talking about him as DHP, the promoter, and now he needs to get these fights done. Co-promoting with somebody else. He has the green light to co-promote with anybody in the sport of boxing right now. He has the green light. So he has the power. When we're talking about two fights that haven't been done, we talk about Al Heyman and Bob Arum didn't get done. The Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua. Oh, I'm sorry. I was saying Eddie Hearn and Al Heyman. We blame them for not getting it done. Okay, we're going to blame Golden Boy Promotions. But guess what? We're going to blame DHP as well. And when they get the fight done, then we praise them. Like we did with Bob Arum and PBC when they made that fight done. The first fight with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. They get props.
Hey, Punch, I got another unpopular boxing take. If you want to hear it.
Yeah.
I think Caleb Plant's going to beat Canelo Alvarez, Punch.
I don't think so.
I see something, Punch.
I don't think so. I think that Caleb Plant is he stays in the gym. He's a constant professional. He works hard. He got heart. He can move. He does got sweet hands. I don't know if he got powerful hands, but I just think that Canelo Alvarez at this point of his career prime is just too good and he's a gym rat. After his fight, he's back in the ring. He's more polished and more seasoned than any other fighter in the sport of boxing. He's growing as a fighter. I just think that right now, this Canelo is too much for anybody. Caleb Plant, he's good, but he hasn't been in the ring with anything like Canelo Alvarez. And the prime time Canelo right now, I don't see him beating Canelo. I don't see Caleb Plant beating no Canelo Alvarez.
Look at your chat. Your chat is dying right now. They're dying right now.
I mean, how?
I'm gonna tell you how.
Quickly, how?
We know that Canelo likes to give away rounds in the beginning of the fight. He'll give away 4 out of the first 5 rounds. Let's just say he likes to take it easy the first 5 rounds, tries to figure you out, tries to settle into the fight the first 5 rounds. Caleb Plant has to win 4 out of the first 5 rounds that Canelo's giving away. Caleb Plant's got to win 4 out of the first 5 rounds that Canelo's giving away. Now, when we talk into the second half of the fight, when Canelo wants to start pushing hard and turning up the gas, that's when Caleb Plant has to box his ass off and have the night of his life. And I think that Caleb Plant will rise to the occasion, and Caleb Plant will win 3 out of the last 6 rounds. The same way that it was a close fight when Billy Joe Saunders got his eye broke, it will be a close fight going into the second half of this fight, and Caleb Plant will have a chance to win this fight. A lot of people think Caleb Plant's going to get stopped. Punch drunk. This fight is going the distance. Remember, I told you that Caleb Plant has the athletic ability to avoid Canelo Alvarez. Okay, he has the athletic ability to avoid getting hurt, and he will last. And not only the athletic ability, Punch, you mix that with fucking heart. Billy Joe Saunders had no fucking heart. I called Billy Joe Saunders would not get off of the stool in the 8th round. Why? Because I don't think Billy Joe Saunders got no fucking heart. Caleb Plant got boxing abilities, he got athletic abilities, and he got fucking heart. Now, we've never seen him in the ring with a top-level opponent like Canelo Alvarez, but that doesn't mean that he can't box with a top-level opponent like Canelo Alvarez. All right, we've never seen Caleb Plant get stopped. Okay, so to say that Caleb Plant's going to get stopped, you're telling me that we're going to see something that we've never seen before. I don't know about that. Maybe Canelo.
We seen it with the past Canelo Alvarez opponents. They got stopped.
Not Callum Smith or Danny Jacobs. Not Callum Smith or Danny Jacobs.
Billy Joe Saunders got stopped.
Billy Joe Saunders was heartless.
I mean, we could say that about maybe Caleb Plant when he steps in the ring and gets a few shots with he'll take probably his heart off.
You haven't, but we don't. We're
Not
not
getting
getting that.
discussion. Debate is over. You will write a formal apology.
Hey, how the hell are you gonna put that on Caleb Plant like that? How are you gonna put that on Caleb Plant?
No. This is what I'm gonna say. This is what I'll say about Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant, I do believe that he has the quality to gain some rounds, like Cove did versus Canelo Alvarez, because I do believe that Kovalev was outboxing Canelo Alvarez.
There you go.
But Canelo Alvarez has great positioning. He does not waste punches, and he almost like not only physically wear you down, but mentally wear you down. When you do hit him with your best shots, and he just keeps on slowly creeping and closing the gap, and then pam, pam, boom. Now, I'm not going to say also that Canelo Alvarez is this knockout artist, because he did not knock out the diva himself, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. You feel me? So I'm not saying that he knocks everybody out. I'm not saying that he could get outboxed in certain rounds. All I'm saying is that he's still, in my opinion, to be honest, I even think that Canelo Alvarez is still peaking. I don't even think that Canelo Alvarez has peaked yet.
I agree with you. I agree.
So in that sense,
we could say better and better.
We could say the same thing for Caleb Plant. How old is Caleb Plant? 27, 28?
28 years old, probably.
Right? He's entering now in boxing years. That's like when you're entering really your prime, your physical ability and your IQ coexist at the highest level on the 28, 32 mark, in my opinion, in boxing. But I just think that Canelo Alvarez is too much. I think Canelo Alvarez is going to counter him. I think that Caleb Plant will stay away. I think that he would just stay to what he feels he does best and don't try nothing new. I think he's going to go into trying to outbox Canelo Alvarez, because I do think once Canelo Alvarez closes the gap, I do think that Canelo Alvarez is going, and we saw in the first Triple G fight, I know a lot of people didn't like that from Canelo Alvarez, but he's shown if he wants to do the footwork thing, he could do the footwork thing.
Yeah.
So he got more wrinkles to his game than just trying to be a hawk and waiting for counter shots. He could do that too.
I think Plant brings different abilities to the table than Triple G. He closed the distance on Triple G because Triple G he wanted that distance to be closed. Triple G wanted that type of fight. Caleb Plant, I don't think he wants the distance to be closed, and he's going to do his best to keep that distance. And that's going to be probably Caleb Plant's key to the fight, is keeping the distance away from Canelo. And we've seen Lara give Canelo problems. Now, I think Canelo won the fight 9-3 versus Lara.
Yeah, I watched that fight again. Yeah,
I don't give Lara no fucking points for that fight, right? But we still seen that Canelo had trouble closing the distance, cutting the ring off. We still seen what gave Canelo problems. Canelo won that fight hands down 9-3. I don't give Lara no fucking points. But I still seen where Canelo had issues at. You go back to Floyd, you'll see where Canelo has issues. I just think that Caleb Plant can bring things to the table that can give Canelo issues and that can allow Caleb Plant to steal rounds. That's all I'm saying, guys. He's not going to go in there and beat Canelo up. He has the ability to steal rounds from Canelo Alvarez. And let's remember this. This is a PBC promotion. So I don't want to hear people coming here and telling me, oh, you got to knock Canelo out if you want to beat him. You can't beat Canelo on the scorecards. No. This is a PBC promotion, guys. If the judges are going to lead anyway, they're going to lean towards Caleb Plant. So look at guys. I think
it's going to be a better fight than what people think. I think it's going to be a better fight than what people think.
That's what I'm saying, Punch. It's going to be a good fight, man.
I think it's going to be a technical fight. In my opinion, I think he's gonna do better. In my opinion, I think he's gonna do better than Billy Joe Saunders. He's gonna do better than Callum Smith, in my opinion. But is Canelo Alvarez gonna do better too? See, we're just looking at how Caleb Plant is gonna do better. Will Canelo Alvarez be better? Because he's only 31 years old. He's only 31. Getting better. So it's easy to say that somebody is going to be better, but is Canelo Alvarez going to show? And look, he wants this just as bad. Matter of fact, put it this way. He won Caleb Plant more than Caleb Plant wanted him. Let's be real. Canelo Alvarez wanted Caleb Plant more than Caleb Plant wanted him. This is the fourth time or third time they has to deal in trying to get a fight with Caleb Plant.
Yeah, but the first negotiation was bogus.
I mean, it is, but I don't think it's bogus. I think it's more of yo, you ready right now? You got 5 weeks to prepare for nah. What about the, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
He's
bro,
hungry.
that was crazy.
He's hungry. Look, some fighters are hungry. Some fighters are gully. Some fighters are smarter. They want to pick the right. Look, Andy Ruiz, he called Eddie Hearn. Hey, Eddie, can you give me the fight with Anthony Joshua?
Yeah,
that's visible. He wanted. So there's some fighters that they want it now.
It's kind of, I don't like making that comparisons, Punch, because Caleb Plant was a sitting IBF champion. Andy Ruiz was going into being a journeyman. Andy Ruiz was about to turn into a journeyman. Caleb Plant is the IBF champ.
Hey, but that shows the whole world and shows your children's out there. If you want it, go get it.
But look also what it shows, Punch. You turned down the first one. What was the first one for? What do you gain the first time? Probably your career high payday and a chance to fight Canelo Alvarez, right? The face of boxing.
Now you talking that money talk, Black?
No, hold on.
About the money.
Hold on. Let me keep going. So then you turn it down a second time. I don't know what you turned down. Maybe Canelo had 1 belt. So you turned down a career high payday and a unification. So you turn it down a second time. You turn it down a third time. Now look what it's come back to be, Punch. After the first time, there was no belts involved. Canelo just wanted to take your belt when you turned it down the first time on 75-day notice. Now, a year later, now look what it's turned into.
Yeah,
your
but that's
career
because
high
Canelo
payday
did the work,
and undisputed, Punch. It turned into
good.
Undisputed.
But
when
that's
before Punch, it was just for his 1 belt.
But that's because Canelo Alvarez did the work.
Yo, I know.
That's your division, Caleb Plant. I just walked in your division and just rack up some belts. You had to do that shit.
Punch, what I'm saying, though, is it got better for him. So it works out for him for turning down that first fight. Like, no, I'm not going to take this first fight. I'm going to wait. It'll get better. And it got a lot better.
It should have been the other way around. Caleb Plant should be having 3 belts in his own division, and Canelo Alvarez having that 1. So that's what I mean. Canelo Alvarez want this more than you. I want greatness. You just want me.
I mean, can we could say that? Why? Because Canelo had Billy Joe Saunders and Callum Smith in stable, so he was easy to go clean up real quick. You know, and Eddie Hearn and the fighters were willing to get in the ring with Canelo, sell their belt to Canelo. You know, what was Caleb Plant supposed to do? Ain't nobody selling their belt to Caleb Plant.
That's what I mean about Canelo. Canelo would jump. Fuck it, man. I'm going to this promotional company. I want you. I want Matchroom. I want your fighters. I'm going to Matchroom now. I'm going to PBC. Canelo Alvarez moves in a different way.
I can't deny that part. I can't deny. Nah. See, I got caught in the moment. I'm just talking about the fight. I got caught in the moment. Nah. I can't. Canelo Alvarez is breaking down barriers in the sport of boxing. He's showing these dudes how you don't play that side of the fence bullshit, the side of the street bullshit. And if fighters are playing that side of the street, Canelo Alvarez is showing you how you go into their house, how you cross the street if you really want the fight. So yeah, Punch. I can't
He's
go
going to every street. He's going for every borough.
Yeah. He's going everywhere.
If the boxing world was a borough, he went to Queens, Brooklyn, Bronx, and he's coming right back to Manhattan. Anyway, yo, I'm about to turn it off. You gonna go live after this?
No, I already went live for a little bit earlier, man. I'm gonna call tonight, man. But thank you for having me, Punch. I appreciate it. Great conversations. Hey, everybody in the chat, they're just boxing takes, brother. It's all good, man. We'll be back tomorrow with some more.
Subscribe to Black and Brown Boxing. Congratulations on the 1K. Let's go. Black and Brown Boxing. Subscribe to Black and Brown Boxing, everybody, man. Peace out tomorrow. It's Happy Hour Thursday, karaoke night. Let's go.